I've been honestly, dude. I don't know what's going on. I've been like super expressive with my eyebrows lately. Like I keep looking surprised or angry, and it's just it leaves my forehead super sore. I don't know what's going on. It's starting to like really piss me off because it just hurts after a while. And I still can't stop. I have to like focus on like keeping a neutral face.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start moisturizing soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna get super wrinkly on my forehead.
Yeah,
I have expressive eyebrows though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are very eyebrow expressive.
I am. I like using my eyebrows. I feel like I don't know. I think it's maybe my love for cartoons or something. I like using my entire face to express my emotion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's more fun this way.
Okay. So,
see, I'm in a different situation where I just wear my emotions on my face.
None. The same. You have the same cool expression all the time, Daniel.
So Joel, you're gonna have to watch it,
or unless you're sick. What?
You're gonna have to watch it because you have a knack for shouting out like this, and when you do that, it records on both ours equally, like equally. Whereas now I kind of adjusted your mic, so now it picks up.
Daniel, if I recall correctly, I told you to not get the fucking Yeti and said get a third mic for our mixer, but you refused.
I don't know, man. John wanted to watch _dogs too.
Oh yeah, you guys both suck. All right.
No,
look, my audio technique is coming tomorrow. Okay, it's not my fault. Everybody is unavailable.
I just want to watch dogs. I was gonna get it regardless. I just told him, "Hey, for $10 more, I guess you can get your Yeti." That I never said don't get the Audio Technica. I'm just saying if you want your Yeti, because he was always bitching about his Yeti so much. I was just like, "Hey, this is a cheap way to get it." And
we thought we weren't gonna have a problem with it. And it was good to have just a USB mic in our minds, and
it is.
It was good for me because I was going to use it. It was going to be easy setup, and it was.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me, Daniel, how often have you used it? How much you? Fuck, you didn't even take it with you when you moved.
Like much of my technology,
it's still here.
I left it with John until I found a proper home for it at my home.
Well,
which I will.
I didn't realize I was stepping on the goddamn stand of your mic. You? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll do my best to keep neutral volume for you, John. But that's not how I speak.
Bitch, this motherfucker. Hasn't it's my fault? It's my fault? I'm just trying to give you the best recording you can have, you motherfucker.
I'm trying to be myself and give the best kind of content I can give.
Without getting paid.
I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for the love, man. This is a passion project right here. This is me hanging out with my buds.
He's not doing it for the money, man. He's doing it for the love of the money.
I mean, eventually, hopefully, we can get some money. That'd be great, but it's not the goal here. I don't expect to get to the point where we make money off of this.
Let's
I would be happy if we made like $3.
Let's just remember this when
for all your hard work.
I just
and frustrations dealing with fucked up. Since we have sorry, sure. I didn't mean to cut you off. Well, no, you cut me off. I think I don't even remember when my sentence started, when yours began. So I'm assuming it was your fault.
I just gave him $6.
You gave him $6?
I got paid for this.
You got paid?
Well, because he bought the XLR shit.
I owe you. Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't have paid him until the shit came in.
This is true.
That's why it's not my fault. It's coming tomorrow.
She paid me because you got the goddamn Yeti instead of an Audio Technica when I told you specifically.
I'm paying you with my
years ago.
Time and my opinions. My opinions.
Get out of here. What was that? What'd you do?
I don't know. It peaked.
So what's today's intro, Joey?
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Why don't you do it? Do you have something?
No.
John?
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
Little Dave.
Okay, well, welcome to another episode of the Top... God damn it. The Top Pup...
Top Pup?
The Top Pup podcast, where we rate the best pups out there.
It was International Dog Day yesterday.
Was it?
It was gorgeous.
I didn't see any dogs yesterday. Gorgeous because you went to work. I'm assuming there was a bunch of dogs over in the park.
Oh, there were. But my Twitter feed was just chock full. It was great.
Well, I was only on Twitter to tell you guys you suck for not coming with me to the Shazam early screening, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I actually went to Corgi Day on the beach.
When? Oh, when we were looking for houses.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I was jealous. I was working that day.
That's how Brianna got Cornelius.
I still haven't gotten to what?
Cornelius.
Cornelius?
Yeah, he's somewhere.
Is that like a
Cornelius
plushie?
Faust?
Yeah. She has a
Have I
plush.
seen that?
Faust?
You might have. I don't know.
It's been
Maybe
almost a
it's
year.
It's been almost a year. Yeah.
There's a Harry Potter character named Cornelius something. Can't remember his name.
I don't know, man.
Thank you for that bit of trivia there, Daniel.
Like I said, always with a random ass trivia from.
Well, he has random ass information.
Soon I will have my own segment.
Quick, what's the capital city of Florida?
Orlando.
I don't. You know what? I don't know.
No, it's not.
It's
I know this. It's Tampa
Tallahassee?
Bay.
Huh?
I don't know.
It's where
Is
we
it?
landed.
Where's Tallahassee?
Florida.
It is
Florida.
in Florida. Okay.
Dude, where we land?
I don't fucking
No,
know.
I think we landed in Orlando.
Yeah, we did Orlando in
So I think
Orlando.
Oh yeah, because I told
Yeah.
you guys to go to
Wait.
Because
Studios,
Disneyland was. There's
Okay,
a show
Google.
Disneyland.
rather.
What's the capital of Florida?
I got it. Look at that.
Tallahassee. Okay.
There you
I'm
go.
full of good information.
There you go,
I know my states. I went to high school.
guys.
Kind
I
of.
want there to be a an extension of our channel called the TopCup Cafe.
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 Yeah.
Oh, is this
Oh my god.
Cornelius?
Yeah.
You called him?
Aaron bought it for her.
He's a wide dude.
For those of you listening, Brianna has
Yeah,
a
I've never seen this.
plushie that looks like a sushi roll.
Wait, actually, perfect. I know. If you hold it
You're a
in that
dumbass
same
dog
form, I
at the
could
same
take a
time.
picture, and it'll be our thumbnail of you with Cornelius. Actually, that's what it is. Joel, later on.
Thumbnail
Yep.
for. I guess
Oh shit! Remember when I
I
used to
guess
do
they
our
do get
thumbnails for
They do
Danksels, guys?
sometimes.
for what?
For
For
Danksels?
Danksels? Yeah.
Those
The
are
thumbnails.
dope.
We only had one, I think.
I gave you 2 fucking drawings.
Yeah, but like clearly one was better.
By the way, if you can find those, I would love to have those back. Because
Yeah,
I know
They
one
should
of
be
I know
on John's original surface.
They're either
I-
on. Yeah,
I know.
which,
Yeah, he cleared it though.
no, it got cleared. I didn't have a choice. But they should be on my external. I'll have to look for them. I
Yeah.
kind of looked for them a bit, but
Yeah, I messaged you like if you find any of my drawings, just send it to me because I want to either rework them or just show them off to my animator friend, who, by
and
the
then
way,
who will then laugh at you.
is taking a pause from 3D animation, unfortunately, and she's gonna go back to basics and learn some other stuff, and then
I
she's
missed
gotta
something. What's going on?
go over to 2D. So that sucks.
Interesting.
What?
My my animator friend.
Oh.
How are
Robin?
your artistic friends going along with that thumbnail?
Oh, have you asked them?
Of the TopCup.
I haven't asked him.
Motherfucker, you were the one
Nobody
that
told me to commission anyone.
No,
I didn't-
I just
no,
brought it up.
no. Because
talking
when we
to Jonathan
talked
Simon.
about it, you were like, "Oh, I have some artist friends that could probably do it." I'm like, "Yeah, man. I mean, hey, that's on you. If you want to ask
know
them,
what?
they could do it." And you were like, "Yeah, I'll probably
Next-
do that."
I haven't asked anybody because I just kind of want to bother them. I also don't want to.
Pay them.
No, I'll
He
gladly
doesn't
pay.
want
No,
them to
I'd
be a part
gladly
of it.
pay any of them for
Okay.
their art. I have no problem with that. I just don't want to bring any attention to the podcast until we have stuff up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's-
told
all
several of my
episodes.
friends at work that I was doing a podcast
Oh.
today. Yeah, because I was like, we're all complaining about how tired we are. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking tired too. And they're like, you gotta go to sleep. I was like, no, I gotta flip the switch because I gotta record a podcast today. And they're like, oh, cool.
Cool. So they'll be listening right once this is.
Oh yeah,
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I also want to give the logo another shot.
crack.
Wasn't that what we were talking
I'll
about?
try it too. I have my
Yeah.
pen.
I
Let's crack at it.
I still want to try if I can make this is like really vibrating right now. I need to get this away from me. I don't know if the microphone can pick it up, but I have the original idea in mind still, and I have another one where it's like maybe like a coffee mug on top of like the pedestals or whatever, like the 3 places, you know.
No, it's a cup ramen in
No,
the
I don't-
shape of a coffee cup.
Damn.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't want to immediately give away where we came up with
Alright.
where I say we, but of course it's me.
You.
Where I came up with the brilliant idea for this,
Mm,
whatever this is,
whatever this is.
whatever this is going to be, so much potential.
So much.
Is currently.
What the fuck was that, John?
the chocolate mushrooms like got caught in my throat, and I was
Well,
like,
why did you stop talking?
because I was choking on it, so I had to cough to get it out.
Okay, what were you gonna say then?
It's
I
a hard
don't
pill to
remember, I
swallow.
forgot. I think I just had a one line, and that was it.
Oh god, he's infectious.
It's like yawning.
Yeah.
Where's my water? All right, welcome
Wait,
I didn't even do the opening. I call it TopCup
Top
podcast
Oh.
because I fuck up my words all the goddamn time.
I just assumed we'd already started, and like
we
most of
we
us
have, but I want to do an actual fucking
Yeah,
intro.
we'll get into the intro.
I suppose you have a point.
Yeah. Okay. So welcome for the third time to the TopCup podcast. It doesn't help that.
So many P's.
Yeah. Alliteration.
Yeah.
I know words.
Because it's two
That's
P's
because
at the
there are
end of
two
the first
C's
two
and a
words.
TP.
2 C's. Okay, I am one of your hosts, Joel Martinez, joined by my lovely buddies, Daniel Arroyo. Daniel, say hello.
Hello.
So they
I
know
am
who you
buddy
are.
Daniel.
Which voice to
I am your buddy, Daniel.
assign to which name. You are. That is your gamer tag.
That is my moniker.
No, I thought it
Awesome.
was your buddy Danny.
Oh yeah, your buddy
Oh,
Danny.
Fuck,
How
I
you
fucked it
fucked
up.
it
It's
up.
weird calling you Danny.
go
dude.
back.
Like it's weird that Nick called you Danny.
Yeah. It's I'm learning that it's a thing that people do with Daniels, and also calling us Dave or David.
Dave?
What the?
What?
David. Yep. I thought it was just because of the weird way I used to write my name because of so many swoops and stuff and connected letters that I got called David. But no, it seems to be a universal thing.
Is your buddy Dave a Danny as well?
No.
No, he's an actual David.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I have a friend at work named David who you got your tickets from.
Yes, I remember him.
You don't like him?
Well, it's not that I don't like him. It's just I was nervous. He gave me a look, so my anxiety was like, "Oh, he doesn't like me."
But yeah, and then Daniel that lives in the building also gets called Danny.
Who?
Daniel Bueno, the other
In this
Daniel that I
building?
worked with. He lives in our building. He's a floor up and like 3 doors down.
He's the guy right above the entrance.
parking
Remember
lot.
that band?
What?
I said, remember that band?
What band?
3 doors,
Doors
down?
Down.
Yeah, I actually
Oh.
just listened to "It's Not My Time" recently.
I haven't listened
was
to them
like,
in
"Damn, it took
forever.
me
What?
back."
It's not my time. What were their main songs?
It's not my time.
Kryptonite.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Something Sun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what
I
you're
don't-
talking about, but that was my least favorite song
Damn
from
it.
them. I hated that
Yeah,
song.
I hated it too. Anyway,
Anyway, I am Daniel. Hi. Episode 2 of Daniel. Welcome.
and lastly, John Oyervides.
Hi, I'm John
I can hear
Ivias, the
your
one that's
beautiful
always
voice.
joined by never the actual first person to say their name.
I asked you to fucking open this shit. Even if you can open this, you know that, right?
No.
Just say you place it on me, the guy who's super nervous all the goddamn time. I don't know if you can see me. I'm
I-
shaking. My eyes.
I
About to
think
pop out of my goddamn
I-
face, man.
I don't think I ever will, but only because of one reason. I think it's because Daniel and I could probably do the intro really calm and collected and cool, but you always do it and it's always funny as shit.
Oh,
So I just
fuck
let
you.
you.
It adds to the show, man.
And
It
I
gives
have
it-
to, if
it
you
gives
guys
it
aren't gonna
life.
fucking, if you guys don't start, I have to fucking
It
do
gives
it.
it
'cause
an
I'm not gonna sit in silence.
authenticity, you know?
Yeah. You
I
hear
like
the
how I said
shaking in
that,
the voice. You can hear
authenticity.
the, you know, all
Yeah, I
that.
really like putting my anxiety out there
Yeah.
on display for everyone to hear. Makes you feel great.
Exposure
Oh, yeah.
therapy, man.
And once we
What?
can
It's
monetize
exposure
that,
therapy.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly why I'm doing this. Really,
Don't worry, I'll get there one day. Once we get on camera, that's where I'm at. That's where you'll find me.
you know, I can put you on
On
camera
camera.
whenever. Like,
let's
Yeah,
have it
but
so it's
then-
just Daniel.
Fuck yeah.
Just
I'll do it.
Daniel.
Just
Only
Daniel.
Daniel's
just
there.
only
That's me. Yeah,
Daniel.
yeah.
So,
That's it.
yeah, just have
I'll
a
take
face.
it. Just one screen is Daniel. I'll be every thumbnail.
We're all gonna face our fears here,
No, actually,
and
I
then
like,
we'll make you talk about controversial topics you don't want to talk about.
It's not that I don't want to. I'm not good at them, and I've had them. So I'm just like, oh.
Once we get to kind of funny level mixing where I can yell into the mic like Greg and not clip too hard, and it still sound pretty smooth, then I'll intro.
Oh no, you can. Had you bought an Audio Technica when we
So
told
we
you?
can plug it into our mixer.
Oh fuck you!
Like
I was
I
gonna say,
told
I
you.
did buy an Audio Technica.
Yeah, but you didn't buy the one that we told you.
No.
Was it 2 years ago when we first got all this shit?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Because I mean, we were rocking two. Where's yours?
In the mail. In
Uh-huh.
Oakland.
Yeah, 2 years late.
Hey! It's not my fault. FedEx is fucking slow. All right.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think we could do it.
let me catch up with you real quick, Daniel.
You
Since
can do
you
share.
you no longer live with us here.
I do
John
no
and I.
longer live with you here.
What's going on with your life? What's your day to day?
My day to
What
day.
do you do, man?
I feel
Okay.
like this is going to get really depressing. All right, but continue.
I think he lives the best life of all of us,
Does
honestly.
he?
Probably.
Probably.
So I get up at like I set my alarm for like 7:15. Wake up, turn off my alarm, get up at 7:45. Get dressed. My poops have gone from like a solid 20 minutes to about 10.
20 minutes?
And that is...
You're being generous there, buddy.
He is.
It was at least 45. Come on.
Well, it's dropped down to like 10 minutes.
That's impressive.
Okay, and
That's
that is a big stride for me.
Are you still...
Insert the Halo audio thing of the yay!
Your Gwen birthday party?
Is it copyrighted? I don't know. Anyways,
I can do it. Did you not hear me? It sounded
Yeah.
fucking great.
Do you still throw up and like?
I do
like-
not.
Well, you haven't done that for at least 2 years now. I
Yeah,
feel
but-
like it was mainly like first year or so.
He was
that
starting. He
was-
was. It came back a little bit.
I feel
before he
like
moved out.
after Bill.
Look, I'm gonna be real straight with you, all right? Any single day that I spent at Alma's when it was Alma's and not my house, never felt like that.
And now that it's you live there.
Still, never feel like that.
Oh, what? Why'd you lead it like that, man?
Because to emphasize the point that he only felt like it here.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it us? Was it us?
I don't know if it was you.
Well,
It was probably him.
It's like,
So
I
it
don't know
was
if it
John.
was
Okay,
you
thank you.
specifically.
I always
wasn't
had my
me.
suspicion that it was your fault, John.
No, it couldn't have been.
You
I treated him the best.
really playing games all night, not letting him sleep.
Surprisingly, he didn't actually complain that much.
Oh yeah, sure.
I just do shit at you
Yeah, I know. And that was like once every 2 weeks or so.
until he complains like, just text me or yell at me. Don't throw shit at me. It's like, okay, I threw one semi-hard object at you once.
Yeah, but like imagine if he had missed, he would have hit my screen. And then he would have owed me a new TV.
John, you should have been courteous from the beginning. Let's
Hey.
be real here.
This is also coming, remember, this is also coming from the guy that would fall asleep at 7 o'clock p.m. and then bitch to me about like, hey, I'm trying to sleep. And I'm like, bro, the sun's still out. The fuck? You don't have like a night shift kind of thing where you wake up? No. What the hell? Like, so, yes, I understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, he was stupid and had a dumb sleep schedule.
Anyway, my poops are like
One.
10 minutes long. I no longer get morning sickness. So there we go. There we
Proud
go.
of you.
But yeah, I get up, brush my teeth with my newly purchased Quip. Hashtag not sponsored.
I don't know what that is.
And it's actually, I'm getting used to it, and my teeth feel better, and it's
This
great.
toothbrush?
Yeah, then I get dressed. I literally wear the same thing to work every day, and it's a little, like,
Yeah.
but it's like
Does
I
it help with like anxiety of having to figure out what to wear?
well, yeah, but like also
Do you have that anxiety?
I have 3 Monet shirts, and that's all. That's
The other
about
one's
it.
white, isn't it?
When are you
I don't
working?
have
I really want to go.
Oh, I
See
work.
you
I work
Monday.
every day except for Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay, I'm off Thursday.
So I'm literally there like every day, all the time. Especially since Monet opened, I'm never at the Legion anymore. 'cause
I still have
it's
a
dead and
question.
all they need is 4 people, and that's
For
like
the entire
for the
museum.
for the entire visitor experience staff. We have 4 people, and that's if like we think we might need someone. Really,
jeez.
that whole place can be run by 2 people and a supervisor, minus security and people in the cafe.
When's the last time someone stole something out of one of these places?
Um.
How easy is it to steal?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how hard
Oh,
is it?
okay.
to steal
So,
something?
depending on the exhibition, we may have extra security and bag checks. But
Would you guys ever have like a sword on
Not
display and then like they
incredibly.
steal that, and then when people try to come at them, they just go and like shish kebab them?
See, I think that would bring down the value of the sword. So,
Yeah, but the people
On
are stealing
average,
it.
how many people get shish kebabbed at the museum?
this year,
This year alone.
I can't say. Can't say. I signed an NDA.
It's that high,
okay.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. Geez.
I'm not yet to.
Did they
that
use King
high
Arthur's sword?
confirming anything?
So what makes it the NDA? Is it the fact that you can't say it because then that makes the museum look bad, or is it the fact that you can't say what item was used in the kebabbing?
I
Or
think
is it
that
you
might
can't
have to
say
be both.
who did the kebabbing? Was it someone
Right.
famous?
See, John C. Riley was in the museum recently,
Was he?
and I totally missed him.
Really?
Yeah,
I love him.
I know. I felt super fucking mad.
Ah.
I was so mad.
How many famous people have you seen?
I've seen one famous person who was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It was a woman. I can't remember who it was, and I can't
Jessica
remember her
Rabbit?
name. She wasn't very like in very many movies that I knew, but my coworker John was pretty stoked to see her. But I saw a princess, a legit fucking princess.
Oh yeah.
During the opening of Contemporary Muslim Fashion.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Princess Dina Al-Juhani Aziz. I can't for the life of me remember. It was a long name. But she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's a princess, and some of the clothes were hers. So
Was she?
that was interesting.
So wait, what was she a princess of? Like what country?
She married into a royal family in somewhere in the Middle East.
Interesting.
She's a big advocate for like a lot of progressive women's.
Yeah, I remember vaguely remember looking this up when you told me.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I was gonna say, so hearing all that makes me wonder how people react to when you said like Nick came in the other day and how you're like Nick and all that, and it reminds me of like when we were built and like they'd come by and then we'd kind of be like, oh shit, and everyone would be like, are they famous? Like who are these?
Yeah.
I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, that's what happened when they came into Lemonade. I was there, and like Mia,
And you
was like,
hid in the
how do
freezer.
You know them? Like they're people I see on YouTube.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah, now we couldn't give two shits if we saw.
I mean, I still get nervous because
Like-
I'm me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still excited when I see them.
Like it's always easiest with Nick though.
Till this goddamn day, I have yet to meet Greg Miller. I've yet to speak to him,
I met
yet
him
to
once,
shake his
yeah,
hand,
when he-
yet to get
when
the
they came into Lemonade.
fucking hug that he keeps offering. I walked past him and Jen one time getting food during work, during my lunch hour and work, and I let it be because I was like, "You guys look cute. You guys are having your day. I'm not gonna bother you." In the middle of a crosswalk.
Wait, where?
It was crossing onto 9th and Irving. Yeah,
I think Andy and Joey are
and
the only two I haven't met. I think
I can't honestly can't
because
remember
we
if I
met
him.
Tim and Cool
think
Greg
I met
when we were going to watch something.
Right.
What the fuck were we watching? What the fuck did I say?
You think you would have seen them at the premiere?
Shazam screening?
Shazam?
I was
Shazam?
wondering.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect them to go to. Well, they might go to Daly City, but they might go to the Alamo Draft House or the.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
go like to one of there? Like you just be like, you know, like there's a higher chance if I run.
Wait,
into
it was
them.
at Daly
Like,
City?
Well,
well,
because they
Yeah.
pretty much all the theaters, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Kevin lives near Daly City, but fucking
And
Century.
there was two showings. There was one at 4 and one at 7, so it was a possibility. But
Fact.
I wasn't like expecting or like. Holy
I'm surprised
crap,
they didn't
look
like
at
tweet
this
it
shit.
out, like saying like, "Hey,
I don't
small little
think they saw
meetup."
it though.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? That was, again,
Hmm.
it's whatever.
Uh,
It's cool
fuck.
to see them because we live in the area where they are, so it's cool to see them. What, John? God, don't look at me like that. Was I cut? Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Nah, it's fine. That's fine.
Anyway, I get dressed, go to work. Depending on what I'm doing to work, my day might be hell, my day might be easy, and also who I'm working with. But that goes for pretty much anything, really. But I have my nerds at work, and that's pretty cool. One's an animator. One draws comics like he's a goddamn professional, and the other works at a comic book shop on the side, and another one recently. I found my game buddy. Her name's Courtney. She recently got a Switch. And
she
we
the-
started talking about Switch.
Is she the one that always pesters you to play Odyssey?
No, that's Jennifer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's playing Red Dead now.
You know,
Yeah,
we're
tell her
still
good
not
luck.
even anywhere close to beating it. Like I think we're also like on like the third or fourth chapter.
Yeah.
Like we did the intro, and it's just this. I don't know. It's not the game that we, I guess,
Well,
can
no, it's-
run through.
I
don't even know.
like just fucking the same. I like doing the same thing I do in Forza. Just going around.
Yeah.
Everything's beautiful. It's just nice to like wander. It's what I do like to meditate pretty much. I just like relax and just.
Mm-hmm. On a side
just
note,
go
real
off.
quickly,
Mhm.
yeah, no, going off with the wandering stuff. I like just kind of like hunting shit.
Mhm.
And I want to see. I doubt she'll ever run into this, but so in Red Dead, instead of actually like fishing, and if you just want fish to eat, you can actually just get your throwing knife and just and like
Nice.
get them. See, I was wandering around and I was doing like a little side quest and I didn't realize, but I was doing it and they were like talking about this like legendary sea bass. I'm like, oh shit. And I just saw a fish in the water. I'm like, that's a big fish. I want to eat it. So I got my throwing knife and I caught it. And when I read it, it was like legendary sea bass. I'm like, fuck. Because when you look at your compendium, when you look at it, it says that I've gotten one, but it says that it also says I haven't actually caught one because I didn't actually catch one. I just killed it and then captured it.
Yeah.
So now I'm just wondering, did I screw myself over for the whole game? And like, can I never get that legendary, because it's a legendary animal? So I'm just like, can I never get that thing back? Or like, fuck, because that kind of sucks. I'm not a completionist, but that still sucks.
Hey, we saw 2 Lugias in the Pokemon series. There's hope.
Wait, 3 though?
I only remember Big Lugia and the Baby Lugia.
Yeah, but is that the same Lugia as Lugia in the movie?
So. They never really are.
I thought there was another Lugia recently.
Oh, anyway.
I need more nerd friends. More friends that I can
nerd out with.
Nerd out, yeah. I like talking. Part of why I wanted to do is I like talking about fucking games and gaming news and stuff like that, or fucking Captain Marvel or whatever, shit like that. But not everyone's interested.
Right.
Not everyone wants to like really talk about it the way we like to.
Yeah, like even though we have friends that are big time gamers and spend almost as much time or more than us playing games, they don't know jack shit and they never really talk about it.
I have you guys at work just split into different people.
Oh, okay.
Just fragmented like Captain Planet.
I have a few. I have like 2 at work.
You need to start giving them rings.
Jeremy, you guys.
Yeah, I remember Jeremy. He's cool.
And Emily. I think that's it. Oh, yeah, I guess Lauren too. Talked about Game of Thrones and Marvel movies recently.
Well, lucky you guys. All I have is Brianna.
Well, maybe if you had a job.
Oh!
Maybe.
Zing.
Okay. Maybe. I'm
Sorry
trying to find one. You want to hook me up?
Yeah,
Thank
actually,
you.
I was looking at city jobs. I didn't qualify for any. There are like some of the qualifications were actual degrees that I don't have, and like some needed like driver's license. There was this one that the only requirement was either be in a graduate program or just be in school.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's a city job. I think it pays between $20 and $30.
Fuck.
What is it?
There's a bunch of different things. I don't know. I'll send it to you. I think you should look into it.
Yeah, sure. Either me or Brianna. Brianna's going to be in a graduate program in like a fucking next semester, next year. I don't even know. She's almost done.
So I don't know if we're going back to
you.
Oh yeah,
life.
we kept segueing away from
We're just talking, man.
Daniel.
Yeah, I go to work. I never get off later than 5, which is fucking fantastic.
Nice.
So I always have my nights ahead of me and to like do stuff, and I never have to worry about my schedule being completely inconsistent. So I had to get out at 3:30 or 5 o'clock, and it's fucking awesome. I come home stressed about school because I feel like I'm not doing enough. Totally procrastinate. Sorry, Dr. Lee, about learning my songs.
You say you feel like you're not doing enough. Like, are you actually not doing enough?
Yeah, I'm actually not doing enough, and I'm trying to work on it. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
trying to get my ass in gear. But yeah, it's best. I procrastinate way too hard on my beginner voice class.
Oops.
Or my advanced beginner voice class.
Advanced beginner? Isn't that
yeah.
just intermediate at that point?
Never one
It's
time
like
without a
different
joke.
levels of the belt.
Yeah.
Like
It's
Aaron's
like
belt,
getting
I
a
wish-
stripe.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Thank
Right?
you
Getting
for
what
knowing
you're
the actual
Yeah.
thing.
Stripe.
But yeah, I procrastinate way too hard because I'm like, I'm good at singing. For the most part, I listen to it. I'm like, I already know how this goes. I can kind of sight read the notes, like not actually know what they are, but I can stick to the piano well enough to be able to know how to do the song.
Mm-hmm.
After like a few tries of hearing it. And honestly, I have come a long way. I've come a long way.
I'm
And
so proud of you.
That,
I want to hear you. I haven't heard you
That
with your school stuff.
oh shit!
Like,
I actually have a
heard
video.
I've heard you sing like when we
You
do
have a
rock
video?
band. That's different.
Yeah. So our final recital gets recorded.
Oh, but I don't want to hear that.
I did green sleeves and I had
With
fun.
final recital,
Is it like audio like this? Is it audio like this?
No, it's singing to an auditorium.
Oh, well, then I don't want to hear it.
Not a whole auditorium. It's just a small class, like small lecture hall, really.
I'd rather
So it's
hear
just a class thing.
It's like
Can I attend?
think of the
Can I
band room.
attend?
Yeah, you can.
When is it?
Fuck. Sometime late April, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe May.
Let me know. I want to be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna clap at the end like Charlotte Buff.
Just one person clapping.
Yeah, just me.
In a tuxedo.
Yes, I'm gonna grow me and beard too.
Fuck. And there's a potluck after. I made a
Ooh.
lasagna.
I'm in.
I'll
Free
bring-
food?
I'll
I'm
bring-
in.
I'll bring something. My famous salsa.
I brought you into this world, so therefore, free of charge.
Mom?
Anyway.
Wait, why Mom? Why not Dad?
Yeah.
Because my mom gave birth to me.
I know,
Yeah,
but
shit.
like your dad also brought you into this world.
not
He
like my
helped.
mom did.
The
Okay,
new
mom
world.
gets all the credit.
Okay, dads get like point. What is it? How many at once? So it's like 0.91000000001%.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but dad's putting the least amount of effort. in the
That's
whole
what I'm saying.
conception process.
0.00001% of the credit.
Anyway, aside from stressing about school, I chill out. If Alma's home, then we make dinner. We've been eating healthy recently because she's been going to the
Because you
gym a
have
lot,
money.
and we've been doing meal prep. Been eating a lot of chicken.
How is that going, dude? Tell me about
It's
it.
great.
Is it?
Yeah.
How long have you been eating a lot of chicken? Is it your only meal?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like it's like 2/3 of my meals.
Oh,
And
okay,
how
well,
long?
see, it's not your every
For,
meal. though.
like a month.
For a month?
Yeah.
Tell me when you get to a year, buddy.
See, I still feel like I'd be fine with that, but God, I love chicken.
I still love chicken. I'll still eat chicken, no problem. It's just sometimes you get bored. You get really fucking bored.
I know when to.
becomes a
Is there,
hassle
like,
to get
no
to the
other
chore to
meats
get to
you can-
fucking-
I know
You
when
can
to take a
choose?
break.
No, I just like chicken the best.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see.
Chicken's good. Chicken's lean. I don't want to do.
It makes
red
me
meats.
feel the least shitty about eating
You don't want to try
Fish.
something
because
like
everything
pork?
else is so fucking
No.
What
like
about
it's
duck?
so fatty.
Yeah.
Like you can visibly see that it's fatty, and
Quail?
it makes you feel like you're gonna have coronary.
It's pretty much what
Quail? Duck?
quail.
Quail's
Am I
small.
gonna no? You say goose or moose?
Goose?
I'm doing neither. It
I'll
doesn't
fucking
matter.
eat a moose.
I'll do
I'll
shrimp.
fucking eat a
Shrimp is
moose,
good.
antlers to
Shrimp is
hooves.
Venison?
Also, yeah, shrimp is.
Have you ever had
shrimp is just
venison?
easy to cook. Venison? No,
Venison?
It's
It
just
sounded like you said
challenge,
venison.
I've had neither.
Oh.
Go on, Danny. Meal preps.
Oh yeah, so
Going to the gym too?
I have not been gymming because I'm a piece of shit. I could go on runs, but when I do have time alone at home is when I choose to play my games. Because we have the TV in the room, and when Alma's not hanging out, she's putting a lot of work into school, and I don't want to bother her with that.
Mhm.
Thank God I have 2 rooms now. I have a small
Mhm.
living
You have
room.
a sweet setup.
I
fucker.
do. It's fucking
Yeah.
awesome, and it's basically a studio apartment,
Yeah.
a 1-bedroom apartment, with a badass bathroom and basically a full size kitchen, and it's less than a studio apartment. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, here in San Francisco, that is a sweet deal.
Yeah.
How much you're
it's-
paying?
Let's see, 14 something together,
Together.
All
Mhm.
together.
altogether
Jesus.
for the 2 rooms, and we have the master bathroom. The master bedroom and the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really sweet deal.
It's fucking awesome. Anyhow, yeah, so I put a lot of time into Zelda, periodically put a lot of time into Tetris.
You're playing Odyssey? Have you gotten number 1 on Tetris yet?
I
I have not either.
don't break like 25.
I haven't gotten to
I probably could.
second place in a while. I'm not. I don't know if I'm not as good as I was when I first started playing, or everyone's just better.
Everyone just gets better.
Everyone's just
Yeah.
better.
But it's just so much harder to fucking break the top 20. I think I broke
For
top
you.
10 yesterday. Yeah, clearly for me. John, what the fuck am I
Fine.
talking about? But anyway.
One try.
Yeah, no, there's this one day where I had like 5 matches in a row where I just got stacked out of fucking existence, and I just gave up. I just went back to playing
It's
Zelda.
so fucking
I
frustrating.
went to Tetris to take a break from Zelda because I was playing Zelda for like 5 hours straight, and then I was like, I need a
Speaking
break,
of-
but I still want to play
I
games.
played Binding of Isaac to torture myself in a different way.
Speaking of Tetris, because it's a battle royale, I just want to segue real quick. I just recently got a win, and now I have a 100% win record on Call of Duty Blackout hardcore mode. So in hardcore mode, you don't get a HUD, You don't get a player count. You don't get anything. You literally just see your gun. That's all you see. You get no HUD. You get no reticule. It's why it's hardcore mode. No one has armor. You only have one type of health, so you don't have like mini health, medium health, and full health. So you have like half health or quarter health, I guess. I don't know if they're vehicles, but it's just basically you don't even get to a map to see where like the zone is closing. You have to literally look up at the sky and see where they're dropping like flares. And that's how you figure out. It's basically Hunger Games.
Some Predator
You have to look up.
An actual battle royale.
Yeah, it's like an actual battle royale. It was super intense.
Can't wait to do that in VR.
It was really stressful, but we managed to secure a win. And since then, we haven't played it since. And we are not because we won once on our first try.
You gotta hold that streak.
We're never fucking playing it again.
Get out while you're on top. Go 10 versus go on.
It reminds me. Remember when we tried to do battle royale in Ford's World on Reach?
I think I remember that.
Yeah, we were trying to make a game type that because it was around the time Hunger Games came out.
Right.
It was crazy about it, and it was a good idea. Clearly, it's a good idea for a game type. But it was difficult to make it work then.
Yeah.
Also, we only had like 5 people, so
I feel like if we had any knowledge of how like a battle royale would be nowadays, we probably could have done it a lot better. Like, because I think that was just one of the things we were missing. What is so clearly in some of these battle royales, like the core aspects, which is like the zones pushing in.
Yeah,
figuring out how to do that.
Well, I think we could make like death areas spawn at different times, right? Could we do that?
We could, and then we could have orbs that just like kind of close in. Like those, yeah, interesting.
If we just spent more time.
Yeah.
On it, we could have figured it out.
If we actually tried.
Rich.
We could have been rich. No, I think like I'm sure.
It out in Halo.
I'm sure 343 has some like. If y'all decide to make something, it's ours now. That's why probably Rooster Teeth never got credit for Griffball.
Never.
Well, I mean, like, I think they're like, hey, they started Griffball, but we're not going to pay them.
I have no knowledge on this, so I'm not going to speak to it. But I feel like
game type.
I feel like Rooster Teeth and 343 now are pretty tight.
Oh yeah, they're hella tight. They have to be. I mean, they get their models, don't they, from 343 for their like engine or whatever. I don't know.
Anyway,
you're still on about your day, right? Keep
going.
Yeah. So when I'm not playing games, hanging out, and then if it's not evident already to the listeners, I live with my girlfriend. I moved out from living with these cool cats and one shitty cat who shall not be named.
Hey, fuck you!
I didn't say it.
It's Brianna.
Damn.
Savage.
She can't hear me. She has headphones on.
Anyway, Alma goes to sleep pretty early. Because she like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Respect. I can't do that.
Because she gets up naturally. She's the type that if you wake her up, she's not going back down. So unless it's like dead of night, like 2:30 in the morning, and it's a little easier to go to sleep, she's up. So usually she uses that time to go to the gym. Try to wake up early to go to the gym, so she ends up being tired throughout the day, and then going to sleep pretty early. So recently, I've been getting used to the idea that I can leave the room when she goes to sleep, because my
breakthrough, Daniel. Holy shit! How'd you come up with that one?
My sleeping pattern has been getting synced up with hers, so I can go to sleep when she goes to sleep and then wake up at a proper time. Not like here. Not like when
everyone has different fucking
everyone's
schedules.
On different schedules.
Someone's awake at all times.
Everyone up,
There's never a moment.
Literally someone awake at all times.
When you wake up is around the time John or I are falling asleep.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's ridiculous. But I'm in a fucking.
Keep watch. Make sure.
I'm now in a household where people go to sleep like normal fucking people. Anyway,
hey, fuck you.
Well, yeah, I think that's
I'm pretty fucking normal.
I think that's a little.
You're the normalist
of here. Okay,
you're the most normal.
I would say that's a little like rude, because like even then, like even when I didn't have like a decent sleeping schedule, I'd be waking up at 5. It's because it fit what I was doing. I was working late hours, so I'd wake up like late so that way I could work those late hours, and then I'd spend the rest of my time awake during the morning, and then I'd go to sleep during the day. It just fit my schedule. Like, why wake up really early, have a long day, be tired, then go to work.
Well, yeah, like we established that everybody's on different schedules
Yeah, I
already. I
mean-
was talking shit.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah,
friends?
now I'm getting, ever since I got my Surface Pen, which was a big day for me. I was very happy. And then I had to get my laptop replaced and
Yeah,
all
I
the
was
whole
about to
fucking
be
thing.
like, you're so dumb for not getting it sooner, but I just remember your laptop was fucking up.
Yeah, so
the,
I just like put it off, and then I decided to get it. Then my laptop was fucked up, so I had to get a replacement.
I'm amazed you thought like it was lasting as long as it did.
You
Dude,
didn't really
it
use
wasn't like if I were you, I would have just like looked at what my laptop looks like, looked at like any of our laptops at the current time. Granted, I was the only one that had like a somewhat new one. So.
What? And we both. I got mine not too long after his. I don't think.
No. But like when I had my Surface 3, the Pro 3, like compared that to even his old laptop, I don't know why he didn't look at that and go like, "Man, mine is shit." Like even Dominic would still compete with me, saying like, "Oh my laptop's better than your Surface," and I'm like, I don't think it is.
Well, it wasn't that that I didn't look at my old laptop and just be like, yeah, I'm okay with this. It was more like, yeah, I can do better than this. So I'm just gonna use John's Surface.
Yeah, I don't think he was okay with his last
Yeah,
laptop at all.
fucking, I
That shit
fucking
was terrible.
from the day
Yeah,
I
you
got
did.
it, the first thing I
you
I'm
only
sorry,
fucking turn it
Mom.
on to get files off of it.
Yep. I'm sorry, Mom, if you hear this, but first day I'm pretty sure I actually told her. First day I got it, popped it open, looked at it. I was like, there's no fucking webcam. And I was irritated. I was like, be grateful, you little piece of shit. You got a laptop. And
These are fun.
like, just be happy you got a laptop. And so, and it had a 10 key and it spoiled me because now I love having a 10 key.
Yeah,
and
that's
my Surface Book doesn't have a 10 key.
Yeah.
So it's a little annoying.
Yeah, but you have a pen now.
I have a 10
You
key.
have a fucking Surface Pen. I mean, I don't even like your fucking keyboard anymore. Anyway, yeah, no, because of your Surface Pro 3, I fell in love with drawing on the Surface. And Alma would give me shit every so often. It's like, why don't you just do it on paper? It's like, I prefer doing it on paper, on a fucking computer.
I just like
sorry.
sorry. For me, I will always like digital, and that's only for one simple reason: I can hit undo.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
it. The undo button
Damn
is
straight.
what does it for me.
I'm not hiding it.
I can't do that on paper, or if I can, it's a long, grueling process of like whiteout and shit. Nah, fuck that, man.
I'm not hiding
Undo.
that shit. That's exactly why I fucking do that. And because I have a wider variety, but you're going to say something.
I just realized I'm a kind of an influencer, in a way.
Why?
Cool, you making money?
No,
The fuck did you
Maybe one.
influence?
you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I was like,
you
years
made
ago, I was
my-
like,
you're making my
hey,
dreams
Windows
come true.
Phone looks cool. Fuck you, John. I'm gonna get a
No.
Windows Phone.
No.
It took
Then-
3 tries.
Then who got a Windows Phone after that? Daniel did.
No.
And Dominic.
No.
Okay. And
No.
then-
And then I'm like, damn, Surfaces look dope. And then who got a fucking Surface?
John.
John. I didn't
Yeah.
get one because I'm
I
broke,
thought
but-
services looked dope too.
Okay, cool. Who also said, damn, LG phones are pretty dope. And who all got LG phones? Everyone in this fucking apartment.
Okay, so we're both influencers, John.
Okay,
God,
thank you.
okay, we
I
can
thought
both...
it looked cool and it fit my needs, and I had it was the only thing that made me leave Windows Phone.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm
You're
okay
welcome.
with it. Anyway, yeah,
Granted, like everyone's off of them now, but still.
Yeah, Microsoft really fucked up that one.
yeah.
Also,
Honestly,
they're fucking some stuff a bit too as well.
I'm still
All I care about is a DAC. I just want
Yeah, no,
high
same
quality
here.
audio.
I'm still like a little attached to Project Andromeda if it actually
I
comes
know, you
out
keep
the way it
mentioning it.
is. And
Which one's that one? Is that the one with the two screens?
Yeah,
A foldable?
Yeah.
yeah. the
Apparently,
fold-
there's a grease on the new
Looks
Galaxy
dope.
Fold.
yeah,
They're getting creases. When
yeah.
you
It's
fold them.
pretty noticeable.
Oh, it's like
Oh.
blaringly noticeable. So people are like, and it's kind of funny because everyone that was like, I'm going for it. There are other people like my boy MKBHD. He was just like, yeah, not ready yet. Like, I'll wait till like the next one. I'll probably still get it, obviously,
Mhm.
but it's really going to be like the second generation or third generation. And I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense. And of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still early for that technology.
Really, just to wrap it up, I started drawing again, and I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm actually a little better than I used to be, which is really nice. And yes, Joel, you fucking influenced me
Did I? Oh,
honestly,
sweet. what
speaking
way?
of drawing real quickly.
because you got me to practice a lot,
oh yeah,
I believe in you, man.
I
I just
know.
need to practice.
motherfucker.
I still feel slightly burned, actually. I just want to say, when I got this laptop, I was supposed to get the HP pen when I got this laptop. I never did.
Why didn't you go?
Well, you burned yourself.
Yeah.
No, because
That's what I'm hearing.
I got it and then I had to go to San Francisco the next day.
And you could only get it from where you got it from?
Yeah, I had to go back to Best Buy and be like, "Yo, where is it?" And I didn't know.
Oh,
I
it just
had-
didn't come with it?
Yeah, it didn't come
Like
with
it
it.
was supposed to?
Yeah, it was supposed to
Oh,
be in the
okay.
packaging. And the only
That's
reason
pretty
why I feel burned is because I then later on found out that it's actually HP and Wacom. They teamed up.
Mhm.
Wacom.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
Wacom.
Wacom.
Wacom. Yeah, they
Yeah,
teamed
different
up.
interpretations of what
Yeah,
Wacom
apparently.
sound like.
Yeah, so they teamed
I'll
up
just
with
put
them.
both voices.
So the HP pen is actually like a Wacom type pen. So it would be
Interesting.
nice to have like a Surface pen and a Wacom pen and just be like, ooh, which one's better? Because Surface pen is really good for people that don't draw and are getting into it, and even a little bit above that. And then like really up there draw like artists on like tablets instead of like, yeah, they're good, but Wacom's still better. So that's why I'm just like, it would have been nice to like test it out, like see which one really fits like what we like doing.
Anyhow, yes, you got me to draw a lot on the Surface, and it made me appreciate how much I love drawing on the Surface, and that's why I wanted a Surface to begin with.
So
Because
expensive.
that's why I enjoy it, and that's why I went against John's advice to get a cheaper computer like his HP that's currently going to shit.
Okay, look, man, it's still it might be going to shit, but it's going to shit in different ways.
Do you have
Fair
any
enough.
coverage on it?
Yeah, I probably do.
Then get it
Yeah.
fixed, man.
Yeah,
I
anyway,
haven't been home. I'm going
uh,
home tomorrow, and I'll get it fixed.
I
You can only
started
get it fixed. Sorry.
I started drawing again, and it's been really fun. And I'm gonna
Also-
show my animated friend Robin my drawings just to, compare notes. Because she's shown me some of her animation stuff, and it's really cool.
Hold on, I'm still a little defensive right now. I just want to say, I've had that thing for a little over a year. Okay, you barely had yours for about 6 months.
Yeah.
So once yours hits a little over a year, we'll see how that happens. Because I can tell you, a little over a year, my Surface 3 went to shit as well. So
Your service lasted
Fair
a
enough.
long time,
I
actually.
did.
it's still
long time.
running, but like it was noticeable.
It's
Like
not as great
worse.
as it used to be.
Like that battery. But they fucked the battery really with the Windows 10 update. They
Yeah.
just were like, "Ptah." But yeah, so yeah, in a year and a half, okay, boy.
We'll
And we'll
check
see
back.
where things are.
We'll check back
Yeah.
soon. Anyway, yeah. So, and then now recently I got my Xbox
Which one did you get? Did you
One
get the
S white.
Okay. How many storage?
That's a terabyte.
Oh, that's about it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get a 2 terabyte.
Seriously, come over here and just download games. If you want to borrow any of our games, you can.
Really, I might just fucking hook up my my Xbox into the actual living room in the front and just hook up the projector so I can see and just fucking.
You guys don't have a TV?
Oh, in the smaller living room, which is our second room. No, not in there. We have the projector. That's our entertainment room. And then we have the 50-inch 4K TV in our room.
Yeah, fuck you.
And
it
Alma's going
backwards.
away for spring break.
Yeah, I would have had that big one in my room for sure.
And that Xbox is going on the 4K TV.
The 4K,
and
you
I'll
wouldn't
play
have the
Odyssey.
4K in there?
Not in my room. I'd have it in the entertainment room.
Oh well, yeah. Well, my room is my entertainment room. Okay.
Yeah,
I
currently
prefer to keep mine separate.
my
can't
my
afford
my entertainment center can't fit that TV. It can barely fit the projector screen that I have for it, which is a 40-inch projector screen.
But what do you have your TV on in the room?
Alma's desk, which is the same size as your desk,
Ah,
just at the very edge, it has like 2 inches of space.
does she use it?
No, I remember before we claimed the second room, I put it on the desk just to like test it out, and she's like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it away now. She's like, you can leave it, it's fine. I was like, are you sure? Like, I don't want to take up too much space. She's like, no, it's totally fine. And then it just never went down. And now we just use a desk. I'm gonna start looking into entertainment centers though, because there's a lot of space behind the TV on the desk that's not being used, or it's being used like.
I saw some
Very awkwardly,
relatively cheap looking ones over it, but like decent looking ones over at Costco. If you ever want to go take a look at those.
Really, I just kind of like if I can get a table like this size,
Oh, this was so
then
great.
I'll be
Yeah,
totally
you really-
fine.
You really went on this one.
Yeah, I'm really happy
Yeah, this
about
is
this.
a great.
My only
find.
issue is I'm wondering if there's a. Actually, I think there is a way. But if I could like
And
take
the
out the
way.
middle one, but still somewhat support it because it needs a middle support. But other than that, but I think the only reason why sometimes I lean towards the middle is just because of the space. So if I had more open space, I wouldn't. But yeah, no, I really like this
Mhm.
desk, man.
Where'd you say you're gonna look for desks?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Craigslist.
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 Interesting.
Yeah, you'll find something like this for cheap.
Okay, cool.
I found this
Some
for
people
myself.
just want to give their shit away because they're moving and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
They
you got 'em
literally,
from.
my guy, the people we got, they were just like, dude, we just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking at that. Anyway, get up, go to work, come back, either eat dinner or play games. Just chill out for a while and then go to sleep. That's pretty much my cycle. And it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I love living with my girlfriend and it's just awesome.
how do you do?
Huh?
What?
Bree, do you have any retorts? Any defense?
Sounds about right.
And there is talk about getting a cat, which I've let her know.
No.
I am not totally for, but I'm like, I can't stop you. I just want you to think of the logistics of everything,
I don't think that'll
and
stop me.
just keep that in mind. She's like, yeah, for sure.
If I have learned anything, is a significant other that wants an animal more than you is going to get that animal, regardless if you want it or not. Regardless if you think you can handle it.
I'm totally fine with that. It's just like I
You
let her
his
know.
voice went
Is
higher?
that true for everybody, John?
I don't know. You went really hard on that dog, and then you got that dog, and then she went really hard on that cat, and she got that cat.
I asked. I made sure everyone was fucking cool with it. If one person said no, I wouldn't have fucking got it.
Yeah, but
If you recall, I asked not earlier this year, but like whenever everyone moved out, and it was a no, and I didn't get one, John.
yeah, but here's the thing: you did the sad phase, and luckily for you, I'm not banging you, so I didn't care.
I didn't do the sad face,
It's a
John.
big,
I'm
big,
just
big
fucking
audio
sad.
redaction
That's why I
there.
want to. We're not doing this right now.
Yeah. Leaving my girlfriend, it's been great.
Living with your girlfriend. I heard you leaving your girlfriend. I'm
Leaving
like,
my
whoa,
girlfriend.
breaking news.
So there's more to the story. No, God, Jesus, no.
You
never.
really don't want that cat, huh?
No.
No.
Anyway, yeah, so that's my daily life since I moved out. And now that we're finally getting the room, like the entertainment room, a little more organized, I'm gonna take my time and do my things in that room until the cat comes and takes over and completely fucks everything up. Yeah. But yeah, so there's that update. We can probably squash that together without the interruptions.
No, I like
What?
that.
No,
I like
they
that.
stay in. Why would we take them out, man?
Yeah, well,
Hey.
you're not that boring. Come on.
It's a lot more entertaining with the interruptions. Trust me.
Do we have a topic?
Yeah, let me tell you about Shazam.
I feel like we
Are we
tried-
sponsored? Oh my god!
No.
Let
No,
me tell you.
no.
There
Hey, Brian,
were-
could you hand me my phone? Then?
honestly, dude, there were like 3 times that I realized that Daniel was still talking, but I had already attempted to segue out of it. Like, I think when you mentioned the Shazam, I started like bringing up Shazam because I was like, oh yeah, and that's how we can segue into Shazam. And then you motioned back to Daniel. I'm like, all right, he's still talking.
We'll
I
work
want to
on
let
it.
him finish. I asked him. I wasn't just gonna.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Just drop off.
It's because like you asked the one person that you again can go into the most detailed explanation.
This is true.
I didn't tell you
Yeah.
last time, but I really wanted
I'm a
to.
storyteller.
And I'll say it
lazy.
right now. We were on the cruise. We just happened to be watching like the ending of Karate Kid, right? And I
No,
just
it was,
asked a simple like,
yeah,
oh,
it was crazy.
is like they did Cobra Kai, like does that continue or whatever? I got the whole synopsis for Karate Kid 1, 2, 3, and everything that happened in Cobra Kai.
John, but you're not much better with
I
all
would
your fucking
like to.
tangents.
I
We
know,
all have our-
I know,
I went
but like,
light.
yeah, he went in depth. I don't need to watch those movies or Cobra Kai anymore because I know what happens.
I ran him through all of Karate Kid 2 and 3.
Karate Kid coming back for an anniversary
Fuck
screening.
yeah, that's right.
I think early April. If you want to go watch that.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Sweet.
The fuck?
Yeah, awesome.
Hell yeah. See a fellow Daniel doing a legal kick to win a move? Fuck yeah, I'm down.
The true villain.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Now I know that.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it. Never watched them.
Honestly,
have you not seen How I Met Your Mother?
No.
yeah, if
What?
if
Not
pop,
as
not
much as
doing
you
it.
guys.
if pop culture
watched
hasn't
the
driven
Western.
it in enough
No.
that Daniel LaRusso was the villain of that movie, then Cobra Kai did, because they do it well.
Okay.
And
I've
it's
not
fucking
even
great.
seen it yet.
You should fucking watch it.
It's on. It's a YouTuber.
YouTube Red. Yeah. Season 2's coming sometime.
Okay,
Sometime.
well, yesterday, I went to go see Shazam. Early
Alone.
screening of Shazam.
God,
alone.
keep that.
Yes,
That sounds
alone
awesome.
because nobody fucking responded to my message.
It was
Look,
10
I
o'clock
don't
at
even-
night.
John, when the fuck has that stopped you? That is your fucking morning. You begin the day at 10 o'clock. You kidding me? And you, Daniel,
Hey,
you thought it was a different day? I said tomorrow.
no, look.
When the
look,
fuck is tomorrow?
Look, I questioned it because I had just looked at Shazam tickets, and it was like, okay, April 4th is when Shazam comes out. Cool. And then when you messaged me that like 2 days later, I was like, fuck, maybe he has the dates wrong, and I totally meant to.
Oh my god.
I
me
totally
fucking
meant.
read it.
I
Let me
totally
read it.
meant. Shut
No,
the fuck up.
I put it
Everybody
up.
on Twitter
Go
knows, Joel. Everybody on Twitter knows, and
Well,
we
this
all
isn't
know that
Twitter.
everybody who listens to this podcast follows us on Twitter. They can go back and listen to it. I mean, look at it.
I'm gonna put it up anyway.
Anyway,
I texted Friday at 10:05 p.m. Anyone down to see Shazam early? By which I mean tomorrow. No fucking reply by anyone, and everybody saw that goddamn message. Everybody.
Okay.
When do you guys not reply to anything?
Was it on Thursday? It was Thursday,
It was
right?
Friday.
Oh, it's playing games.
You're always playing games.
On the-
That's not an excuse. And you put,
on a
Go
related
on.
note, I was setting up again my first Xbox that I've ever bought, and I was super stoked. And then I was really saddened by how long it took to set up because I totally
Daniel,
forgot.
you've been part of all of our Xbox setting up processes.
Yeah, you should know
Yeah.
really
Past
well.
4 years.
As soon as I booted it up and it started going in that white screen where it has the Xbox and the loading bars, like installing updates and stuff and blah blah blah. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Fuck!" With this Wi-Fi, I'm screwed. I'm gonna be here for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah.
And so like I started going to Imager, Reddit, whatever the fuck, Twitter, and then you messaged us, and I looked at it and I was like, "Fuck me." Does he have the wrong dates? Like maybe he's confused, or maybe. And then I meant to look into it, and then the updates. I had to do more stuff. I had to, like sign in and shit, and put in codes. And so then I just did that, and God, putting in codes in the dark with that fucking bright of a screen.
Turn on
like-
the light on your phone.
I turned on the lamp that we have there that like makes it a little better.
My
But-
life's real hard for you, man.
It was bad, dude.
That explains why you ignored me. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, no, I totally meant to message you back, but I was saying at the Xbox. I'm sorry.
I
No,
was.
it
and
really
I-
showed me
I-
what kind of friends I have. It's
I
okay.
very
It was
much,
a-
I very
it was
much
enlightening,
regret it.
and I'm glad to know where everyone stands.
Like, I saw the message. I thought about replying, but
Oh,
I
this
was
is
in the
yours.
middle of a
Thank you.
game. So at the same time, I was like, oh, do I want to? Oh, shit. The guy's shooting me. And then, like, occasionally I look back at it and I'm like, right. You know, maybe. Let me ask Bree. Oh, shit, this guy is shooting me. And then eventually, hey, Bree. And then I asked her. And then when I finally decided, maybe I shouldn't. Then I looked at the fucking text and I'm like, wait, it's been like 2 hours. Yeah, I'm just not going to reply. It's been too long. Wait, what am I wrong on?
Excuse me.
You did not fucking ask me. I asked you while I was at work. I'm like, so are we gonna go see Shazam?
Oh, bitch!
Damn.
You got called
But that was
out.
the next day.
Yes, it was the next day.
The day
Because
of.
I looked at the message, okay, and you never asked me the night before
I guess not.
if you wanted to see Shazam.
Well, then
Thank you,
the thought
Brianna.
still counts. It was in the next day. So then I was just like, well,
You
it's
didn't
been
ask
way
me
too
though.
long.
That still counts.
Okay. It was still way too long, and it was the next day, and I was like, honestly, I don't even know where Joel is, and like, I'm half asleep.
Well, it would have been nice if you guys got gone so we could get into spoil. Well,
If-
I guess we can't get spoiled because
I
it doesn't
did
come out
get
for
one-
2
If
weeks.
it,
so
if it
would
helps,
have to be.
if it helps, I regret it deeply.
I hope
Real
you
quickly,
fucking
I
do.
just need
And
to
you
know.
should,
You know how
because
stoked I
guys-
was about this movie.
Guys, okay, guys, this is
Do they all turn into Shazam?
what?
Do all the other little
God damn it, John, shut up. I want to learn this later.
like in the
Go-
comics?
go- shut
I'm
the
not.
fuck up.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm only asking because I went to a fucking GameStop, right?
Yes, everybody knows that they have the fucking Shazam kids in there.
Yeah, but it's with the same title and everything as the movie. It's not like
Yes.
Shazam from
This
DC
is old news.
Comics. So that's why I was just wondering. I'm like, damn, because this looks like the movie, and now I see all the kids. So is it in the movie? That's a huge fucking spoiler if they did that. That's kind of annoying.
That is.
So how was Shazam?
That would be. So I can neither confirm nor deny
Okay.
anything.
So how was
Okay.
Shazam?
It was so good. It was so fucking funny. You guys are gonna fucking love it.
Okay.
I wrote a couple notes down after I got out of the theater. I'll try to extrapolate without spoilers here and see what I remember.
What's so funny?
Yeah, what's so funny? This movie is what's so funny. Oh, where are my notes?
I couldn't even afford
Good
it, even
segue,
if I
good
wanted to.
segue.
Okay.
All right. First thing I wrote down was, "Whoo boy, Zachary Levi looks damn
Hot.
good. He is so fucking ripped." And I don't know if it's the fucking. If
I
it's
saw his
the,
workout thing.
Mhm.
I don't know if
His
it's
workout
the
pictures. Oh.
the suit or if it's him. I was looking on Instagram, see if there was any posts. I can see his body.
Insert
yeah,
picture
his-
of working out
ridiculous.
Zachary
His
Levi.
shoulders are
Am I right?
insane. What was that?
I said insert pictures of working out Zachary Levi. Am I right?
No, but like I think on YouTube there was like a Wired or like a Looper, one
Yeah,
of those
yeah.
things that's saying like their workout regimen. And I saw him shirtless and I'm like, damn, he looks ripped.
I just saw his fucking arm and I was like, fuck.
He indeed looks mythical, which is awesome. He did a great job.
Does he have the
you
strength
say you
of
were
her?
stoked for this movie.
I was stoked.
Okay, but from the beginning,
No.
no, you weren't. From when Zachary Levi got cast,
Yeah.
really.
Fuck yeah.
Really,
Fuck yeah.
I remember. Sorry, I'm leaning into it, like really interrogating him here. Because I remember you being doubtful. I'm like, no, that is the perfect casting for Shazam because Zachary Levi is he's such a goofball. He's gonna play that kid turned adult superhero perfectly, and he does.
Yeah. No, dude. I wasn't like crazy stoked, but I was pretty hyped because I saw Zachary Levi and I was like, Chuck,
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Fucking love
down.
Chuck.
I need to see you in more things. And then the trailer came out and I was like, I feel weird about this, but then it took me a little while to adjust because I was like, you know what? This is who Shazam is. He's a fucking. I was like, God, it's so childish how he's acting. I was like, wait, he's actually a fucking child. This is the first superhero movie, like mainstream superhero movie, at least that I know of, that is getting put out where the superhero who is an adult is conducting himself like a child because he is a fucking child. All right, haven't seen that shit since Power Rangers Turbo.
Yeah, it's awesome because it really is because it's another superhero origin story,
Mhm.
you know. But it's a fresh take on it because we get to see the hero really have fun,
Mm-hmm.
like really have fun with the powers.
Oh,
as
sorry.
you get to see the trailers.
Sidebar: who is Shazam, the wizard? Because I remember him being casted early on, and I was like, hey, that guy, and I couldn't for the life of me. I can't tell from the trailer because I can't see his fucking face. Who is it?
I have no idea. I have no idea who the actor is. Yeah, I can look that up later. Yeah, the jokes are nonstop. It felt like a lot like a Marvel movie. In the same way a Marvel movie can suffer from joke fatigue, I think. Though most of the jokes hit, and pretty much everyone was laughing the entire time, it would have been nice to get a moment to breathe between jokes. But I felt like at every corner there was another punchline. It didn't try to be super kid friendly, you know. These kids are teenagers, so it has like a bit of a teenage sense of humor, which
Right.
is fun. Not to have it play it safe the entire time. Since DC's now pretty much given up on, I hope, has given up on the
super dark, moody.
super dark, moody stuff, and also just having it be connected to a larger universe. Like it plays within it, but it doesn't force itself to be part of it as a whole. You know what I mean?
Sorry, stepping back onto the sidebar. Shazam, the wizard. Not his first time dipping his toes in the DC pool. He played Papa Midnight in Constantine. In
In the show?
no, in the movie.
I don't remember. Papa Midnight, is that the?
He's the guy that he goes to talk
The
to
club?
that puts him in the chair. The black guy, the voodoo guy.
Yeah, like the underground club, right?
Yeah. That's what I remember.
When he goes to hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow,
the plot's straightforward. The villain's plan wasn't super convoluted. It was really easy to follow, which is nice. I like the themes of like family and worthiness. I like how they were connected. It connected the Shazam and the villain. It was cool. It was really good overall. The supporting cast was amazing.
they look amazing.
This movie had a lot of this movie had a lot of heart. The relationship between Zachary Levi and I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy who plays Freddy, the kid.
Mm-hmm. Polio kid.
Yeah, because it's them to the whole movie pretty much. Like they take up the majority of the time, and they're great together. The kid's awesome.
Yeah, no, they seem just
Yeah.
from what I've
Hilarious.
seen so far, except the only, and I'm sure it's one of those things that with context it's probably a little better. But the only scene that I don't like in the trailer when they're together is the powers. I don't even know how to pee in this thing. I just don't like that execution of his line, and that's a me thing. But I'm sure with context it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Or with the flow, like
Yeah.
you get an idea of like how Zachary Levi acts as his
Mhm.
character. So I'm sure I won't have a problem with it.
Yeah. The movie's great. You guys are gonna love it. Really can't wait to fucking talk about it with you. I don't know what else I can say without spoiling it. I really don't want to spoil any of it. I wouldn't say it's a surprise because I was expecting it to be fun. But it is nice to get a DC movie that isn't.
Trash.
I haven't seen Aquaman, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, dude,
and I
watch
enjoyed.
Aquaman.
I enjoyed Wonder Woman.
Dude, if you can get your hands on a
This
4K,
is just so much fun.
if you get your hands on a 4K version of Aquaman, do it. Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, Brianna tried
Yeah.
having me watch it off some like streaming site, and I was like, nah.
No, nah, son.
Legally, John.
No, it wasn't illegal. It just wasn't Netflix 4K. It was just something else, and I was just like,
But you
Look,
can't say what it is.
I can't say what it was.
You have
It was-
you have the tools. If you can get it, you can get it. You have the tools to do it at the maximum experience. You have fucking surround sound.
It's true.
You have the
a
tools.
sweet setup. I have
Yeah.
an okay setup.
You do have.
You have
sweet
like the
setup.
surround sound big screen. Like you have the more like theater setup.
Yeah, home
and I
theater.
have the more like
PC gamer setup.
PC
guy
gamer
guy
like,
in the chair.
well, because like yeah, but my audio is still in here, even though I'm like looking at a screen like a small screen. It's the audio is still just as comparable to yours. Only mine is more like for one person. Yours is for like a theater or a lot of people. My screen is more for like mine's more of an intimate setting, I guess. Like it's just for one person, whereas yours is like a theater.
Well, you know me. I always like having friends over and watching movies with people.
Yeah, gang
Mhm.
banging.
I was sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
When's the last time I brought someone over?
John actually asked me last time. He was like, "Why don't you and Bria ever go out in the front room and watch stuff in there?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. Like, just
It's just a habit.
I just yeah, like everything here is on. Or, like I'm already signed in on everything in here. I don't want to have to go out there and sign in. And even then, it's just like you're so much work. I had to like
Is
get
it?
up, go over there. Nah.
To get up and go and sit over there instead of sitting in your chair here.
I have a bed. I can lay down.
It's true.
Excuse
You
me.
can't. Well, those seats recline.
Okay, yeah.
You
Yeah.
just don't want to keep me company. I get it. Like Kellen's gone. Kellen and Dom are gone.
Kellen.
It's just me.
That might be coming
Sorry,
back up
Hello.
next week.
What?
He said he
I
might be. He was like, I might. He could probably give you guys right back up if you want and hang out for a few more days.
Dominic?
Yeah.
Dope.
Sweet. If I go down on the 5th, maybe if he's around, he can take me.
Oh, shit.
You're going
Shit,
down?
Mike.
Well, around the 5th, my sister has a play she's going to be in. I want to
Oh,
be
the
there
little
for a
ones?
performance. Yeah, Perla.
Okay.
Are they doing a performance of Alien as well?
What?
What
That'd
the
be sick.
fuck?
Oh, if they could
There's
do
a
that,
high-
if she could
I
be
forgot what high school it was, but
Ripley, that'd be awesome.
there's
These
a
are
high school.
child. These are children, boy.
There's
Not
a high school that put on Alien as their play,
That's awesome.
and they
pretty
had
dope.
and everything was made out of recycled materials, and the xenomorph looks dope.
I need to check that
It's
out.
fucking rad.
No, it's going to be Little Mermaid.
Oh, cute.
Mhm.
I miss Perla.
Me too.
I haven't seen her so long.
She's so cute. So smart.
I remember how
Smarter
shy she
than
would
you.
be with
I
me.
know.
Oh, she's going to be
And then
way smarter than
like
me.
I'll be in the house for like half an hour, and all of a sudden we're cool. Yeah. Fuck, I was gonna say something. I can't remember now.
It'll come back to you. Retrace your steps.
It's all
I tell
coming
it to
back
everybody at work, like when people, you go to get something, then you forget what the fuck you're gonna get.
Mhm.
Everyone gets so upset. I get upset too. What I do is I just retrace my steps because at some point I'll remember what I was thinking about as I'm walking.
Mm-hmm. You just got to play through it again.
Just gotta relive it, like Groundhog Day.
No, I'm okay.
Find like Happy Death Day.
I'm also okay. That is a horror version of Groundhog Day.
How about
What about Dora the Explorer?
Remember that trailer
new
came
one.
out? Jesus.
what?
Yeah, the new one.
Okay, saying it again doesn't explain.
They
Okay, the new one.
Fuck you.
They're
No, you
making-
can't talk anymore.
They're
Josh.
making a
made a
Hey.
live action Dora the Explorer movie.
yeah,
The trailer
and she's
came
like
out.
a teenager now. So it has like a little bit more grown up, but still like very kid
Is she
friendly.
And
replaying the
yes.
same day?
And yes, Diego is involved.
Is she replaying the same day?
I don't fucking know. I didn't watch the trailer. It just
Why?
sounded-
Okay, so
It's,
why?
I don't
it's
know why-
literally like
Okay.
Indiana Jones. She's like
Okay.
Dora the Explorer and the Lost Tomb or some shit.
Okay, but why?
But what
How'd
does it
come
have
up?
to do with the fucking
Groundhog Day premise of repeating
yeah.
the day?
You
The
know, I
time
don't
loop.
know.
There you go. So I was
I
trying
really
to say
don't
the
know.
time
How
loop.
the fuck did that?
Oh,
connect
because it's a
to-
movie, so it reminded me of. A
Oh
movie.
my
Oh,
God.
right.
Oh
Okay.
my God, John. Could literally been any
Makes
movie.
so much sense.
Also, it was right here.
Yeah, it was on his
my
Twitter
phone.
feed.
It was on my Twitter feed.
How
Because I just
Do you just want to segue into talking
no,
about a
because
Dora movie?
I got an
much
update
Dora
for like
influenced your life?
Stadia. Like I got a thing and it said something about money, so I was like, "Oh, did they reveal how much it's going to cost?" And when I clicked it was like, "Tweet cannot be loaded at this time."
Well-
and I'm like, "Fuck!" And I scrolled and I saw Dora, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, Perla, young kid, Dora."
Let's close out Shazam.
That's yeah.
We're
Shazam-
still talking about Shazam.
No, pretty much no. I said everything I needed to say.
Okay.
Everything I can say. Everything I want to say.
Yeah, we don't have any spoilers to talk about or anything. 'Cause
No,
the rest of us haven't seen the
Well,
movies.
yeah, we'll go ahead and revisit this when we all see it, and we can
Oh man,
have a spoiler cast.
I'm gonna have so much to say.
You're gonna love it.
I have so much to say.
Yeah, it's so cool.
God.
It's so cool.
Um,
The ending credits and animations are really fun.
Nice. Is there end credit scenes?
Yeah, there's two. It's like a Marvel movie. It's pretty much a Marvel movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
No doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so this past week, Google at GDC announced their streaming service, their entry into gaming, and it looks pretty dope. They're streaming at what were the specs? It does
Oh,
what? It's at 10
absurd.
teraflops.
10
Absurd
teraflops.
fucking specs.
Hold on,
Specs that
hold on, let me
And
mean
you-
nothing
look
to
it up.
some people.
Yeah, I'm like, well, the teraflops is interesting because it is like the combined power of like the Xbox and the PS4.
They were throwing so much shade.
They were.
Were they?
Yeah,
So
and Xbox
hard.
mainly, I feel, because there was
Uh-huh.
So
the
fucking
teraflop
hard.
bit, which was
I
brought,
would-
was brought up first by Xbox with the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Got to talk about those T flaps.
T-flap.
Then they talked about how they're streaming. They got the destructible environments
Mm-hmm.
and how they just threw together a quick demo for a quick game,
Yeah.
and they showed it. They showed it off, pretty much talking shit about Crackdown, and then they showed off another gaming thing, another feature where they have like asymmetric gameplay, like remember Fable Legends,
Okay.
where they
Yeah.
had like the
So,
heroes.
Like all the shit that they basically scrapped,
and they-
including
yeah.
oh, dude, if they had done something with what was it? The dragon one.
Scalebound.
Oh,
Scalebound. If they had
Scalebound,
like done like a
I
Scalebound
was
ass
so
looking thing,
disappointed.
fuck, that would have been
I
great.
was so disappointed when that got canned.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it looked dope, and I was ready to play it.
You have the
Specs.
Yeah,
details on your phone, John, you wanna
I'm looking at them right
give
now.
proper information here.
But anyways, that reminds me. So some people are starting to talk about the impact of what Stadia can do, and that's going to
It
be
is huge.
But here's the thing. The other thing is also, yes, the huge impact that it can bring if Google succeeds. But then there's the other side of what happens if Google, like many other projects, big name projects that they've just been like, we're done with them. Which is like Google Fiber, which they, by the way, and I think it was like Louisiana, they just said, yeah, we're not doing it anymore.
Right, but that's, if I recall, the issue with Google Fiber is each like city has to be okay with it because they have the infrastructure, but other companies
Mhm.
have them and they're not allowing them to use it.
Well, for
Something like that,
instance,
right?
in Louisiana,
'Cause
though-
it's not necessarily that one was not necessarily Google being like fuck it.
no, it was Louisiana. They passed all the laws. Everything was cool with them. They did everything. They tore up all the roads to install the fiber, but then the roads weren't all that great because I guess they just kind of like were like, fuck it, asphalt on top of it. But then the asphalt kind of started going over, and I guess Google was like, we're spending too much money on this. It's axed. We're nicking it. It's gone. And so now, like, you can, like, Louisiana's just like, the fuck. Because,
Yeah, at least fix your shit. Xbox.
yeah, because they kind of just left the roads
Google.
broken that they basically tore up to install it.
Huh.
And so yeah, that is just like one of the recent big things that they were just like, what the fuck. But then that also goes into like Google Allo, Google Duo, a bunch of other like their the Google Glass. Like there are a bunch of projects
Oh,
that they
God.
put money into, and they just kind of were like,
Can
nah.
at least Microsoft
So a lot of people
kept
are-
their shit.
Yeah. So a lot of people are starting to wonder, like, what happens when Google like does all this stuff, promises all this stuff, and then just is like, you know what? And the second thought, no, we're not going to do this after all. We're no longer going with this, and they just axe it. But I'm just
I think this has more potential simply because they're clearly aiming to at the YouTube gaming community.
Mhm.
Like with who I don't give a shit about the streaming stuff because until we see it, until we get it in our hands,
Right.
I don't know what the latency is gonna be like. I don't know what it's gonna be like running an online multiplayer game. They showed off Odyssey, but that's a different environment than say
Right.
playing
Mhm.
fucking Fortnite, right? So that doesn't
yeah.
matter.
If
Especially-
it's anything near Nvidia's GeForce Now thing, I think we'll be fine. Honestly, I played Battle Royale like Fortnite on theirs, and there's still a latency. I
Sure.
still
Well-
felt like I was doing decent. Not obviously how I could if I just played it on my own consoles, but I felt like it was like this is definitely playable for people that don't even have the consoles, don't even have
Sure,
access
but the
to
problem
stuff.
with the streaming is that it requires what was it 24 megabit upload,
Mhm.
something like that. Most people don't have that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
But the reason why, and that's why I don't care about it, because it's not fully accessible to everybody. And
But-
it's not going to change the game. What's going to change the game is those other features where they focus on creating new experiences for people to play, not just to play, but to watch, because that is the biggest impact that Twitch, YouTube
Mhm.
has had.
yeah.
The
But
Let's
at the
Plays.
same time, while you're saying not everyone has that, think of a video arcades, stuff like that. They no longer need to pump out a bunch of stuff to buy an Xbox, to buy PCs, to buy computers, and buy all this kind of crazy stuff. When they could just buy a few Google Stadias or just buy the subscription for it, have just a big cafe that just has really good internet, and just is either like, hey, you guys just bring in your console and just hook it up to your internet. Bam, you have Google Stadia and all of the games you need. Or at the same time, they could just come in and basically the cost for that. So
Sure,
it is still
that would
like
be
opening
cool,
stuff
but
up.
the reason why streaming is cool is not because it creates places for people to go to, but
Mhm.
because it goes to you.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get into everybody's hand. They're not making you go to it
Mhm.
because nobody wants to do that. But
God,
if you can
America's
easily just
lazy.
pick up your phone
Yeah,
and it's there, that's the power of streaming.
yeah,
But the power of all their other features, it just creates a complete different gaming environment
Yeah.
for gamers, for developers, and for people who just watch. It's going to be really fun to see the way the gaming space changes once it comes out. If it comes out and it plays, good.
yeah.
If it comes out,
I was
working
just saying, like, in the sense of like it not being as accessible. I think it definitely will be more accessible than other things because it's going to cost way less, possibly. And then, like I said, like even companies can actually start backing it. Like I said, with video arcades, they don't need to pump out nearly as much money to do this. And like I know, like people like Jordan, for instance, and he has a lot of. I think they have like an arcade or something that he knows like a lot of people go to play like Fortnite tournaments, to play stuff like that because they have Xboxes and they have stuff like that they allow other players to use and play, and because they can't really do that in their own place. So it's going to be interesting when those people are like, well, maybe a Stadia would be better because we don't need to buy an Xbox, we don't need to buy Live, we don't need to do all that. We could just Stadia or like I said. Maybe you already have Stadia, you just don't have the internet, like, say, on a console level. Maybe you have it on a phone level. So you're like, well, I want to try it out on the console. So you just go to, like, I don't know, McDonald's or something like that, where they have really good internet. It's just going to be interesting how, like, that comes into play. And then, of course, with 5G coming out, like, that 200 or the 25 megabyte stuff for their phones, that's going to be a cinch. I had a whole conversation with Dominic about 5G and where we're at with that, but it's going to be interesting, I guess. Like how many more people are going to be able to play, I guess, and get into the whole gaming world. Because, what was it? I remember someone was talking, they were like, it's going to be interesting. Like one guy was saying, like, I'm a big gamer, but like my wife isn't. So it's going to be interesting if one day I come home and she's just going to have Google Stadia all set up. I'm just like, yeah, start playing now because it's so accessible now.
Folks, we took a bit of a break. Daniel needed to go, and
Boop.
Daniel needed to go,
I did need to go.
and he's back now. So
I
we're
am
gonna
back.
what? Oh, you took off your
Yeah,
headphones,
all
like,
dramatic.
all dramatic.
Yeah, like, fuck. Another thing is wrong.
I forgot to press play.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get back into the Stadia conversation. This time, I have some information in front of me, so we can talk like we actually know what we're talking about.
Yeah, man.
And
I
just
have
keep
an
appearances
idea.
here.
Okay.
So one of the things that interested me that I'm really hyped about, and what I was saying about the way it's gonna change, like the way we play, watch, and develop games, is like the instance sharing or the state sharing, where you can send a link of the game you're currently playing, and someone will be able to play it in the exact same instance that you had left it in.
Same
That's
build,
weird.
same armor, like items, everything, health.
ammo, health, anything,
Yeah.
all of that. It's really weird, but just for me, it's exciting to think about how like Twitch streamers are gonna
Like speed runs and stuff like that.
speed runs
Yeah.
or like
challenges.
challenges, right? Another way for the audience to be able to interact with the streamer, make it really interesting watch throughs.
Yeah.
You can
That'd
do
be-
like drop in, drop out speed runs.
See, one of the things I'm interested in is like, will it affect? So, like, say I do that on a character. Say we name Jashigaba. If I do it with my other character that isn't Jashigaba, it's some other thing. Will I get your name and character?
It's probably gonna be like the entire thing.
Do you want to
Okay.
explain Jashigaba a little bit? Because it sounds
No.
weird.
Not right now.
No.
Some other time.
That's it. Yeah, because I'm interested at if like there's a way to know who will be like the original, like where originally, just in case someone says, "Oh, like I did this with this account," when in reality that person like took a save state from someone else and just went on with it.
Well, maybe it'll be part of the metadata showing like where it came from.
Yeah. No, I mean I figure as much. I'm just
Yeah, I'm just
Interesting.
thinking like it'd be cool to, like when I'm playing a game and I'm like I fucked myself really hard and I can't get out of something, to then like link that to you, see if you can
try it.
try it and get past it. And
Yeah.
link that back to me, or maybe I did something, I got myself in a really stupid space, and it's just funny trying to get out.
Right. Yeah. No,
Be
because
able to link that too. Just there's a lot of different things we can do with it. It's
yeah,
gonna be exciting to see.
I was gonna say I feel like we've all been at a state like in Halo or something where you're really fucked, and then the game just decides, hey, autosave. And it's like when you die and come back, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. So it autosaved when I was at 10% health, and I have no shields or health, and like 3 bullets. Cool.
Right as
How
it's
am
about
I
to
gonna
shove his
do
foot
this?
up my ass.
Yeah, like and like honestly, sometimes a few times I've had to like just say fuck it and just go back, and sometimes it's like an hour, like 30 minutes before, or 15 minutes before. Sometimes it's not so long, but there have been a few times where I'm just like fuck it, like I accept this challenge. I will try. I think it was probably like in Dark Souls or like I don't really have much of a choice, but I had to heal, or like Halo, and I was like, nah, I want to try to beat this with low health, low ammo, because fuck, maybe I can, you know? So it'll be interesting if just someone's like, all right, guys, good luck. Like someone purposely gets rid of like their junk and whatever the fuck, and just be like, all right, people, see if you guys can beat this boss or whatever.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see all the different challenges that we're gonna be seeing once this is out. Another feature, continuing with the streaming. Another feature continuing with the streaming.
Continue the streaming.
Another feature continuing with the streaming.
Another feature continuing with the streaming aspect of it all is the crowd play feature, which will let players watching a YouTube streamer jump right into the game with that streamer.
I'm hoping it's like once the
That's
streamer allows it. though.
Also fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean it has to be once the streamer,
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Stream sniping is going to be on a whole new level.
yeah, and that's for people with Patreons, that's another way to help them play with their audience,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Just the amount of interactivity between gamers and the people they're watching is gonna be cool. Also, between gamers and the developers, like I believe they show in their video, they showed off one where the developer can see everybody in an instance and what they're doing, and they're able to tweak their world and live and see how they react and stuff. That's really cool. So there's just a lot of different things that are gonna make new interesting games for us to play. And I think
Right.
that's what's gonna really be the draw of Stadia, not necessarily the streaming, but just the new kinds of games that we're gonna be getting. And so that's really exciting to me.
Remember that game that they showed at E3? I forgot for the life of me what it's called. I think it's still in production, and I think like it closed like a beta or something recently. But the one where you can like you're basically like coding the game.
Oh, Dreams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dreams is exciting.
Imagine how
I
dope
want to really
Dreams would be with that, being able to have so many people change the world and put you back in the instance. I think it'd be very interesting to see like all the different ways people could like help collaborate on that.
If Dreams wasn't a PlayStation exclusive, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I can't wait for Dreams too. That's I've signed up for the to get notified whenever their like early access stuff goes live, because I want to try to get in and see what I can create with their
Yeah, it looks dope.
their game, which is pretty much a fucking what's it called? A game engine.
Mhm.
Looks dope.
It makes me kind of curious as to like events, I guess, for people. So like I'm pretty sure I told you about like that that Marshmallow Fortnite event,
Mm-hmm.
like something like that, where like some big time person or like company or something like wants to do like some cool event in game, something like maybe like it's WoW or maybe it's Halo, something like that, and they're just like, all right guys, here's our save state or here's our join whatever, and people can join from there, and then they could just have like a big old online event and stuff like that. Definitely that, plus with like again just how Fortnite has been doing events and really making those really seem like really cool special occasions. It'd be interesting to see like if any companies are use that like that join feature to just do like, or I guess maybe not companies, but like game companies, maybe Epic or maybe the creators of Halo. They want to just do a cool little like community thing. They're like, here you go, like join this whatever, and they do a big old thing that allows people to join in and just have fun and experience that. I think that would be pretty cool, because that's definitely been like one of the fun things about Fortnite, other than the game, I guess.
If that takes off, then I'm pretty sure like other companies, especially since it's a Google service, Google's got a lot of partners that I'm sure would be very intrigued about what they can do to touch the gaming community, and they'll definitely like put like bigger names in there, even if they don't like just start with like YouTube names and stuff. And
well, I'm curious
branders.
Because they showed a lot of partners on their screen, but a lot of them were like studios, or like game engines rather, like Unreal, CryEngine, stuff like that.
I saw that
Unity,
kind of stuff,
but not a whole lot of big names gaming studios. I think id was one, right?
They had like
For
40.
Doom.
So I'll be honest, I saw like not a whole lot. Like, no, okay. If anything, the thing I remember was like when they showed the whole thing, almost every single thing on the left hand side, I was like, yeah, I don't really recognize that. And then like on the right, I'm like, okay, I recognize like 3 or 4 of those guys. That's pretty much it.
What I'm curious about is like why there aren't more big names in there. Did Google approach them and they just weren't fully satisfied with what they had at the time? Do you guys think this is gonna really be what we want it to be, or is it just the beginning for us to then get to the next generation or whatever?
Actually, no,
and then that's gonna be where it takes off.
Did you see Ubisoft on that list?
I don't know. I mean, clearly they're partnering with them because they helped with Odyssey
Right.
and stuff, and then the president or the CEO or whatever
Yeah,
was there in the audience.
and so that's why I'm like, wait, I don't remember if I saw Ubisoft, which makes it weird, like you're saying, because they helped them with Odyssey. That's odd. So I don't know. I don't know what that is. Sometimes the things that they post, I'm just like, okay, but like, how does that relate to what you're trying to do? Because I know like Nvidia's done like it has 6 more.
Hold on. To be fair, This announcement wasn't necessarily for the average consumer. It
Right.
was at GDC, which is the Game Developers Conference
Yeah.
or convention. I don't know what the C stands for. To be honest.
Conference, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Probably, most
Pretty sure
likely.
it's conference.
It has to be. Anyway, it was at GDC, which is not at all aimed for the average consumer.
Yeah.
So, and definitely shows in the way they were selling it with the teraflops and
Mhm.
all these other features and like 4K HDR, 60 frames. That's
That's
the average
that
gamer.
is not the common tongue.
No, the average gamer. We're familiar with that, but the average gamer isn't. I'd say. I think most people just don't care.
Yeah, no, so maybe that's why. Maybe like some of that board made more sense to like the people there, the
Yeah.
developers, and us are just like, oh, I don't fucking know what any of this means. But
It was definitely like a big dick on the table thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like I said, they were really throwing shade at fucking
Other people.
Microsoft specifically,
which is
weird, and I didn't really like it because I feel like that sort of attitude has been missing, thankfully, from these kind of conferences with like Microsoft and Sony and all them.
yeah,
I feel like Sony is hesitant to play nice, but like with Microsoft and Nintendo, they're partnering up. Fucking Cuphead is coming to Switch, which is crazy. It is absolutely insane that a first party game is moving over to another console. As far as I know, that's unheard of.
yeah. Other than like Microsoft bringing something to the PC,
Yeah,
way less like monumental, I guess, or anything.
Yeah.
I guess no, wait, never mind. They had everything. I was gonna say, I guess Kingdom Hearts, but I'm like, nope, no. They had their foot in fucking everything.
So,
yeah.
Side note: Mortal Kombat 11 come to Switch. That's pretty interesting.
That is interesting. I'm curious to see how that plays.
Mhm.
Curious to see how that looks.
Yeah. Imagine being able to play that with a GameCube
As
controller.
far as Kingdom Hearts,
That'd be weird.
Kingdom Hearts is not a
Yeah,
first party
I
studio.
know. But
Exclusive.
I was gonna say, yeah, no. Going back to the conference, it's really interesting that they decided to like not bash, but like aim towards Sony or Xbox or Microsoft when those aren't really their competitors. Like, really, the only other person that's done anything like this similar is either a third-party people like Shadow, probably don't know them, that's fine, or Nvidia. Like, those are the people that have been in the like, hey, we're trying to do streaming, game streaming, and stuff like that. And it's interesting because like Google going like, oh, look at all this stuff compared to Microsoft or compared to Sony, and it's just like cool, but they haven't done anything like that. So like, why make that comparison when they could have been like, so here's Nvidia, and here's what they've been doing, and here's what we're able to do. Because I feel like because Nvidia's been out for, or that streaming thing has been out for almost a year or so. So there's actual like data there that people can use, and like they can measure like, oh, this like their latency is this or blah 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 and that. It's interesting that like Google didn't go like, so this is what Nvidia is getting. This is what we're able to do, and we promise or think we're also able to do. It's just interesting when they don't go after like, or they don't mention the only other person as big as them to like that's in the same field, and they go after other things that aren't, because it makes it kind of sound like, or somewhat seem like they're not as confident to like mention Nvidia. Because I feel like if they did, then it's like, okay, and then they finally say they dropped the numbers, and you're like, okay, but comparatively, these numbers aren't nearly as big as Nvidia. So I don't know, makes me wonder about that.
I'm curious to see how Microsoft responds. Like, we know they're working on a streaming service.
Yeah.
They've Project xCloud. They've showed some of it off, I think, recently. Right, we talked about how they were showed Forza running on a phone, but we don't know if they're gonna have any features like Stadia is gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
If it's gonna be as seamless as Stadia is gonna be, or says it's gonna be. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm also curious to see if Sony's perhaps working on something in the background, because they acquired Gaikai, which was a streaming service like a long time ago, and they could have just been worked into PS Now,
Mm-hmm.
but who knows?
Didn't
I think it'd be weird if they didn't have anything at all in working right now.
Didn't they have something like that had to do with their sharing file, like their share? I remember that was the one like the PS4 I think came out. They were like, "Hey, you can do like joinable games or something like that."
You can like share your games with your friends, yeah.
Yeah,
But
something
you have
like
to
that.
be it's sort of like a couch co-op. So
Mm.
if your friend wanted to play a certain game of yours, you can share it that way, but you have to be sitting on the same couch, so to speak.
Speaking of which, isn't there like Nintendo-esque or Nintendo Direct-esque thing tomorrow?
Is the 20? Is it there? Yeah, no. Nintendo already did their Nindy shows. Or wait, oh, you're talking about
Sony's.
PlayStation?
Yeah, PlayStation.
That's right.
Isn't
I don't
it?
know.
I think it's on the 25th. I think that's
I
tomorrow.
don't know. I know Microsoft, both Microsoft and Sony
Tomorrow's
are doing
25th.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Oh, because I thought I heard John say that it's not the 25th. It might be tomorrow. I was like, tomorrow's 25th.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I just was because tomorrow.
Soon
No one
for
knows.
sure.
So that people that hear this, Daniel, will hear this a week later. So when I say tomorrow, I want to be.
This is true,
Wait, you
Daniel.
can just clarify like that?
This is true, Daniel. This is very true.
Haven't Google and Microsoft always been in a pissing contest?
Yeah,
More or less.
but I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it's mostly been Google.
Google's being a bitch.
If you want to see a good pissing contest, look at AMD versus Nvidia. They're like Nvidia's constantly kind of like not really shitting on them, but constantly like throwing shade to them.
Like,
You know the stuff that you were saying, how like we're
Yeah, no.
finally out of that. No, Nvidia and it's kind of kept that up. They've never really seemed to stop. They still do stuff that's not blatant, but it's like, okay, I see what you're doing there. It's kind of funny.
is there anything else left to say about it?
You asked earlier if Stadia, I mean, it might have been a rhetorical question, but either way, if Stadia was like kind of like a jumping off point, or if this is like the thing like ready to go, like, and I think, I mean, with everything new
Yeah.
and impressive coming out, it's definitely gonna be a type of jumping off point, but it would be wildly impressive if it was like what it claimed to be straight out of the gate, you know? And I see this thing as just that thing that's gonna have like versions, but not like different names, you know? Like as the generations goes on, it's just gonna be, you know, updated Stadia back to back, back to back, back to back. And hopefully, given the type of community that they are pointing this to, which is nowadays such a massive fucking community, because eventually it will come to like consumer level kind of stuff, because it that's just a natural evolution of things. That's got to be the point, to get it out to as many people as possible. But right now they're obviously going to people more at the top that understand everything that's going on, and then eventually, I don't want to say they're going to dumb it down, but it'll just naturally trickle down to whoever's below, game studios, game developers, and everything, to the actual gamers themselves. And if it actually pays off, I definitely know the least about this in the three of us, but goddamn, it seems like it could open such a massive fucking door to getting all these games out to different people in different ways. And like just seeing how obsessed my nephew Anthony is just fucking constantly playing Fortnite on my mom's phone, or sometimes his phone, but I don't think he can run it or whatever. And if he's able to have that accessibility with so many other things, like it could definitely breed a new generation of gamers in a different way than we were brought up.
Yeah, what excites me, and I said this before, what excites me the most about streaming, and how it gets more players to play, Let me say that again. Fuck. And I've said this before, but what excites me about streaming is just how it makes it so much easier for anybody to play. It gets games in more people's hands. And I think what we see with Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, is if we get these subscription services where you just have a wide library of games to play for however much money it's going to be, it allows developers to take more risks because they're going to have that install base regardless. I mean, look at Crackdown and pretty much all of Microsoft's first-party games, honestly, that they've released on Game Pass. They've been okay at best. The only one that I would say is fucking amazing is Forza. But it's the same thing every year. It's just a fucking car game.
Yeah, man, Gears is good.
Okay, so Gears 2. But I don't think Gears is on Xbox Game Pass.
Mortal Kombat
Is
X
it? Okay,
on
whatever. Well, it's not a first-party exclusive. The
there.
point
I know.
is,
And
it
I'm
allows
checking it
these games that aren't necessarily the Last of Us level games to just be out there and still find their audience and be successful.
and still obviously beautiful games that are getting put out, like the Forzas, and for me, like the Mortal Kombat X's, and even little things like Rocket League and other things here and there. Like,
Did you buy Minecraft?
it came on my Xbox.
Oh, okay.
I got the creators
because they just recently added it to Game Pass, or they're gonna add it to Game Pass.
Yeah. No, I feel like we talked about this when I talked about getting my Xbox, and I was like, I don't want to buy it, but if it comes with my Xbox, then like it comes with my Xbox.
Just get Game Pass. Like
I have a month of Game Pass for
okay,
$1.
yeah, because you
and
have
another trial.
See that I
Is it
guess
came
that's
with
the
my
other thing I
Xbox?
like saying. Like it makes me do realize that streaming games will be nice. It's just that like I'm like I tell them like, look, you don't own any of these games. Just get Game Pass, $10 a month, and you have like 100-something plus games at your disposal that are some smaller games, some medium games that are really good, and then some like really big name games. And throughout all of those, some are hits, or like some are misses, but like some of them are really big hits. Like there are a lot of like, I'm sometimes scared to go through the Game Pass because I know there are a lot of games that I've recognized that I just have never played, but I'm just like, I want to download you and play you. And like, but I'm like, but I also have like 80 other fucking games I need to beat at the same time.
Yeah, I download anything. I periodically go through the Game Pass catalog and see if there's anything that I might want to play at some point, and I download it. I don't really play any of them, but it's nice to have them, you know?
Yeah.
I see the massive updates to that list whenever I come over and just fucking blade through your games. I'm like, I don't remember these. When did he get all the fucking
Metros?
the Metro games?
No, I bought
You knew
those.
exactly.
That's not that. Metro's. I
You
bought
bought
that.
those, yeah.
That's
But they
not- that's
are
not on
all-
Game Pass.
They are all on Game Pass.
They're in Game Pass now.
Yeah, all of them are
Well,
on
they
Game
fucking weren't when I bought.
Yeah, see that a few times I'm like, do I want to buy this old game? It's like cheap, or do I just want to wait for it to go on Game Pass, which I have free for 2 years? Not really free, but I have for 2 years. Point is, yeah. And sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just wait. And then sometimes it comes out, I'm like, cool. And then there's some games that come out like I had no intention of getting, even though I'm like, oh, they're new games, they're cool games, I know of them. I'm not gonna buy them. I don't really want to spend that much money, but oh well. And then I'll just see them on Game Pass, and I'll just be like, fuck, I could play that game. And by that game, for instance, for example, I guess, Just Cause 4, it's on Game Pass. I could play it. Like, I've never really wanted to pay the money to buy the games, but now that it's there on Game Pass and I can get it, I'm just like, maybe I might give it a shot. Maybe, all I'll do is just download it and then play it. If I don't like it, I'll just uninstall it. It's nice. And I don't have to worry about like, oh, just taking the game and not like the developers are doing it. Developers are still making some kind of money, obviously. So I don't have to feel too bad about it just being like giving it one try. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm really liking the availability of games, but it does make I know some people are like interested how things are going to go in terms of preserving games.
Yeah. Do you think a modular console is likely at this point? Because if they can just upgrade the Stadia server on the back end or whatever the fuck, instead of having you switch out components in your unit,
Yeah,
Is there a point?
I mean, like for honestly, the only things you'll need to update on like regularly, I guess, would be your one maybe like. I mean, honestly, if the thing just if whatever you have has like a good Ethernet port, like a gigabit or whatever the fuck, like those are extremes, but you get my idea. If they have that, those ports are good forever. And then honestly, from what a CPU that can run like constantly run the streaming and not chug or get bottlenecked. Other than that, the only things I could think of like you really need to update is maybe a more ergonomic controller or mouse keyboard, whatever, like something, some peripherals, I guess. That's really all I can think of. Is just get a better TV, get a better speaker system, get better controller, mouse, keyboard, like everything else internally. I don't see necessarily the need for maybe a hard drive if you really want to, but you don't have to have all of them if they're all at your disposal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was thinking if Stadia takes off and it like eventually pulls ahead of everything else, the idea of like Xbox coming out testing out a stream only Xbox One, like or the discless Xbox One kind of becomes redundant.
yeah,
So if Stadia just becomes the power, then like that's the model you're gonna have to follow.
yeah.
And then having the Xbox at home is just gotta be a fucking dinosaur. And like to answer your question, like yeah, John's right. Like the only thing you're gonna be upgrading is what you're playing on, just making sure that it's set to handle that streaming and just long hours of just fucking doing it. So if your phone can't run it, you're gonna have to get a new phone. Or
I don't think consoles are gonna go away though.
No.
Even if
no, I'm not saying like an
even
immediate
if-
thing.
even if Google can deliver, there's just certain benefits to
Mhm.
having it hardwired. I think it's probably always gonna look better having
For
it
sure.
there. Games like fighting games, anything where latency is super important. Streaming is not gonna take that shit over. It's just not gonna happen. Competitive scenes, you need to
Yeah.
make sure you have as small amount of latency as possible. So they're not going anywhere.
But for like the casual gamers,
For the
though.
casual gamer, yeah.
No.
For most people,
Yeah,
streaming
it's-
is gonna be great.
It's like why buy an Xbox if I could pay blah 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 a month for Stadia?
It will be interesting
Kinda
though.
thing, you know?
It's just again, still thinking about it. It's interesting how everyone else is going to react because at first Google was like, "We're going to have a streaming thing," and everyone was kind of like, I guess. And then Google says it, and everyone's like, "Ooh, now we're interested." Because it's Google, so it's now like, I wonder how like Microsoft is going to be like, shit, say Stadia is like, hey, this is what it's going to do. Like, this is how powerful it is. This is what we can do. Like, I wonder how Xbox, because they're more of a hardware, I guess, focus. So I wonder if they're going to have to be like, fuck, we need to delay something.
Well, we have to understand is Microsoft has Azure, and they're primed for this as well. They're
Mhm.
not like, I don't think they're behind Google, and they're trying to be everywhere in the same way, but except they're also going to be on the Switch now.
Right.
You know, and they have their first party games that aren't going to be on Stadia. You're not going to get Halo on. I mean, you might, since Halo's coming
yeah.
to PC and Halo's going to be everywhere. So Halo, and that's the thing. Microsoft wants to be everywhere, just the same way that that Google does.
Yeah.
And I don't think Microsoft is in any worse position
Yeah.
to compete.
A part of me still really wants like Nvidia still to come out because again, they've been in the beta for their streaming service for a while. So I really want them to come out and just be like, okay, well, shit, like Google and now Xbox, like we're actually getting competitors now. We need to step up with our game because I really liked the Nvidia. I think you can notice I always bring them up, but then again, at the same time, they're the only ones that have something tangible that we can test out and use and play, and people have tried out. Other than I guess Odyssey, Stadia, but like we didn't get any of that, so we don't know how it actually runs. But yeah, no, I guess one of the things I'm going to be interested in is what each one's going to offer to make it be like, no, ours is clearly the superior service, I guess. And part of me is wondering what's going to make Xbox, other than maybe like their first parties, what's going to make them like make people want to go like, okay, I'm going to go and get the new Xbox to stream it. Because like Nvidia, currently as it is right now, you can get in so long as you have a Nvidia GeForce graphics card, and anyone with a computer that has, more than likely, I guess maybe like 50%, I don't know what the actual statistic, a good amount of people with computers have Nvidia, and they can do that, so they're fine, and they already are entered into the ability to do this. Sure, you might have to sign up. Maybe it'll be, I don't think they've ever released the price point. Maybe they're still waiting to see what everyone else will set their price point to, but they haven't mentioned one. So it's going to be interesting again, because it's just, for at least for Nvidia, it seems like it's a service that is just coming along with something that you're already inclined to get. You know, if you have a computer, you're inclined to get a graphics card, and if you do, hey, for whatever amount of money, you can get these games. You know, or you can play these games that even if you don't have like the greatest system, you can still run. Granted, again, that then comes into play the marketing, I guess. Nvidia or Xbox, I'm not sure how Xbox is going to do it, but Stadia, I'm assuming, is just going to be like a subscription. You pay for the thing itself, and then you get access to the games.
Do you think so?
I don't know, because Nvidia's is like you have to own the game on EA or Ubisoft or on Steam. You have to actually own the game. Then through their servers, you sign in on those. Like, so I just say,
because like Google gets a lot of their money from ads.
Yeah.
So you have to wonder what kind of ad experience we're going to be getting with Stadia.
I really don't want an ad becoming.
I don't want
like,
ads in my fucking gaming experience. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to see an ad pop up while I'm fucking playing a game. I don't want to get a break in between. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they can see, check your progress in the game and see how you're moving along. I think I was listening to the Funhouse podcast, and someone said, what if they have it so that right before something cool happens, you get an ad?
God, no. I would not use their service. I would be so... I mean, like, even if you... I don't know how much you kept up with it, but the community was not happy when Street Fighter 5, 6?
5.
Was it 5?
Yeah.
Their whole little controversy with them?
That was last. No, 5 was the newest one. So.
Oh, okay.
It's
well,
5.
But do you know about the controversy or no?
No.
Basically, there was an update, and then all the characters would, like, on their jackets, on the loading screens, and everything like that. It would be like, the league, basically, the competitive scene league. So imagine just MLG popping up. I mean, Halo kind of does it. Like, Halo 5 kind of does it, but they at least have it on their news board. Like, hey, this is our competitive scene. And then you can get things that you can buy or you can unlock or whatever. The competitive scene armor, like the one with that has like the MLG Halo 5, whatever the fuck it is. Like, you can choose to put the badge on. You can choose to get the armor. Sometimes they have exclusives. So there's cool things that you get. You're incentivized to get it if you want. But in Street Fighter, they were just like, nope, everyone gets it. And so, like, when you load it up, like on the start menu, you would just see the their MLG league or the Pro Tournament league. And then when you go in, like, all the characters would have like a custom, like their skins or whatever would have like big ol' like say it was a jacket, on their whole back side of the jacket was just the MLG league, and then like the screen, like all the stadiums, all the stages would have like TVs in the background just blaring the MLG league. And a lot of people got really annoyed with that because it was just like really blatant advertising. It wasn't just like, it's not like I said in Halo where they just have a community board where they mention it or they do a little like, hey, if you guys want to buy something, you can get it and it'll have the MLG stuff, whatever. It's like in their own little corners. But with Street Fighter, they were just like, nope, like straight up. It's on almost every single person. It's in the loading screen. It's on the stage. It's in the music. It's in whatever the fuck. It's all our advertising. A lot of people were not happy about that. They got really pissed off with it because they didn't like their game becoming an ad, I guess. They're just like, oh, we already bought your game. Stop trying to sell us on this shit. It's annoying. And I forget. I'm assuming they were like, okay, we're sorry. We're just going to take it all away. But I don't really know exactly how that community, like how everything came out from that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember a lot of people were not too happy with that. So I could just imagine, like, if you're playing something else, and then, like you said, right before you start the game, each time you load it up and stuff like that, it's just this, like, here's an ad.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't end well, which is why it's a bit of alarmist, and I don't think it's going to be the case with them. And I believe, like you're saying, it's going to be subscription based. As far as which one people choose, that'll be based on what games are available on each one.
Yeah,
which partners Google can get, and whatever features
you want.
Yeah, whatever features you want, or whatever features like Microsoft can add that are competing with the kind of stuff that Stadia is pushing forward.
I'm actually starting to get curious. I wonder, because I'm thinking about their subscription service, right? So I'm thinking of tiers and stuff like that. So I'm just thinking, like, I wonder if, like, there's I don't know. So, like, obviously there isn't a whole lot of what do you call it, incentive to get the 4K HDR plan, I guess. Like, say that's like $30 if you only have a 1080p TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of wondering, like, I wonder, because like on YouTube itself, yeah, my TV only outputs 1080p, but I'm still willing to click 4K option because then it just streams at even a higher bit rate, and my internet is good enough that I can support that higher bit rate. So yeah, it's still 1080p like size and everything, or whatever resolution, but like it's at a higher bit rate, so everything seems crisper and clearer. So I'm wondering if there's going to be that, like, even though, so I can get the 1080p plan because I have a 1080p screen, but I wonder if I get the 4K, even though I don't have a 4K TV, if it'll just be able to stream at a higher bit rate. And so long as my internet can keep up with it, I wonder if I can get that benefit from it. Because for me, being a prissy little bitch that I am, I'm definitely going to go for that. Yeah, like, for sure. Like, because otherwise, I mean, that one thing right there is enough to make me be like, well, I mean, if it can get to the higher bitrate, higher quality, then the discrepancy from me playing it on that to just getting it on my console will be a lot less. Because if it looks this exact same, then I'm just going to be like, all right, like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I mean, again, our Xbox One X can do 4K HDR. I can't do that right now, but the games look nicer. It renders in more textures and details than on my original Xbox, so I have no reason to even try to play on my original Xbox. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, yeah. So I don't know. That part of me is just wondering how that's going to work.
Sidebar. I know the One X is native 4K, but is the One S upscale? I can't remember.
Yes. Okay. Only videos, though.
Only videos. Okay.
Only videos and Blu-ray and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, buddy.
I don't know. I was just wondering because I couldn't remember for the life of me. I was like, I'm pretty sure it upscales, but I can't fucking remember. Like, the PS4 upscales, right? Or is it native?
The PS4 Pro
is native, right?
I think so, yeah.
And
it's wishy-washy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just had nothing to do with the conversation. I was just wondering. You just reminded me. Carry on.
Well, I think the last thing I want to say about Stadia is I don't like it's not that I don't like the controller, because I mean, I'm fine with it with the sticks on the PS4, but I do think it's weird. I think the offset sticks are better because it just makes more sense that your thumbs are parallel to each other when you're playing. Your movement and then your action.
Yeah.
So having them be offset, I guess, in that way, where your left thumb is down, but your right thumb is up for the buttons. That's weird to me. That's part of why I like the controller for the Xbox controller better too. But
I still
whatever.
think it's interesting that a lot of people like the 360 controller way more than the Xbox One.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I don't get it. I know a lot of them.
If it was like the bumpers do have issues. I think they're not, even though they're better now than they were, and we talked about this last time, I think. Even though they're better now than they were at launch, they're still not perfect.
Yeah, no.
I have no fucking idea how people use the Duke controller. I'm
Well,
be real with you.
Dominic got that
fucking
shit. I'm
honest.
like, why?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, he got
Gross.
a pure nostalgia. I was like,
no, that's it.
Feels
It's pure
gross.
nostalgia.
yeah, it's pure nostalgia. But like back in the day, like just when the original Xbox came out, it's like, yeah, that's all we had to work with. But like,
Hate me if you want,
fucking hate.
but I don't understand the love of the Wave Bird.
Interesting.
I'm gonna get back to that because I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the GameCube controller as the best controller ever.
Oh, for sure.
I don't like it.
No, for sure.
It's not that good. It's the buttons. For me, the buttons are too stiff.
Yeah.
They're way too fucking rough on the hands for me. Like I don't like it.
No, I absolutely love it.
It's not comfortable.
I love it.
For like extended fucking playing. No, I don't like it.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm completely biased.
Well,
I spent so
Look,
many
man,
years on that controller.
most people will agree with you. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm the outlier here.
The triggers definitely sink too much for me.
I mean, if you ask me to choose
I don't
between
like the triggers. The
that-
Z button. I don't like the B button.
if you asked for me to choose between even the
No, I
GameCube
don't like
controller,
it.
which is
the X and Y buttons are weird.
I don't know, I thought it was right behind me, but it's not. If you asked me to choose between that and the Sony one, I would definitely choose GameCube all the way, hands down. I would not pick up the Sony controller if I had to. I would always pick up. The list would
The
literally.
sticks suck too. I didn't like the.
To be fair, my thing would literally be.
The one thing I do like is the face buttons. I do like the big A and then the
Little B,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think-
little Y and X eyebrows.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would
I
I
guess.
would definitely do Xbox One X Elite. I'm sure. I'm
I
just gonna say Elite.
Still really want to get one in my hands. See how it feels.
Yeah, Xbox One,
Place.
Xbox 360, GameCube controller, that piece of shit trash that you call the PlayStation controllers.
Not bad. It
It's
feels pretty
fucking
good.
I hate
awful.
them, man.
Whatever.
Fucking
I
hate
hate
the PS4
them.
controller.
Pretty good.
Like for some game types, they work, but for others, they are trash, and I can't handle them.
I don't like it for shooters, but I think
Yeah.
for everything else, the PlayStation controller is pretty good.
Yeah.
Two things.
Um,
One, I was gonna bring this up last week. I still need to get my hands on a Switch Pro controller because I almost got one, but instead
How much are they?
they're like $60.
So like an
normal
standard
controller. Okay.
controller. Yeah, but I want to get my hands on a Switch Pro controller because I cannot fucking play Rocket League with those Joy-Cons. I can't if it feels wrong.
well,
wait,
I'll
do
be
you have-
straight.
Doesn't-
I have the little
that doesn't work for you?
slot control. Nope,
No.
does not work for me. Honestly, Tetris a little
that
hard
one was
too.
fine. Honestly, just having that made it.
I liked it. I like.
Yeah, no, it helps a lot. Don't get me wrong.
I can't play. I can't play Smash as well on any other controller other than the Joy-Con.
Really?
Because I had to get good at it
Mhm.
when I was unlocking all the characters.
Right.
So
Okay.
now I'm just more comfortable playing with just like the single Joy-Con, not like the two in the little holder thing that it comes with. We got the GameCube controllers to
Oh right. Yeah.
connect. I just can't. I'm just not good.
It's not happening.
You think I'd be better because the fucking Z stick?
hmm Yeah. But no.
No.
Well, actually,
I'm not. Anyway,
clearly, the greatest
brain's dumb.
controllers of all time, though, is mouse and keyboard.
fuck you, fuck you and your PC gaming, fucking nerd. Get outta here.
And secondly, what I was gonna say, does anyone remember that the PS1 had no thumbsticks? Because that blows
I
my
always
mind
forget.
every
Yeah,
time
I
I
always
fucking
forget.
remember.
Yeah.
And
It
just had
blows
the-
my fucking mind.
Wasn't it
and
just
then
like
the
a-
DualShock 2
like a
came with the
pancake?
thumbsticks.
like a pancake. Like,
I don't think the first one was a DualShock.
or am I thinking something else?
I think the first one with the sticks was a DualShock, but I don't know if the PlayStation controller was it. Without the sticks?
Yeah, that was the first DualShock. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the rumble packs inside.
Oh, well,
Hmm.
you know what?
I do like the
I don't even know,
vibration
so
though
whatever.
for Halos or Xbox is more than PS4s.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Because PS4 feels like a fucking controller you bought it at the goddamn.
Xbox. I mean,
fucking
Xbox at
swap
least
meet.
for Xbox One
Mhm.
has rumble triggers. Like they have just more rumble.
I gotta say, actually, this is reminding me a lot. I was actually just watching a podcast earlier where they were talking about Stadia, and I'm just realizing how much that they said that we've talked about, and like at no point have I been trying to like bring it to that. I guess like
The fuck are you saying? What?
I watched a podcast
Yeah.
and they talked about Stadia, and it's so interesting how many topics that they talked about are currently talking about, and at no point have I tried to like bring our conversation to those points. They just naturally progress.
Well, I
into
mean,
I
what else
mean,
are we
there's
gonna
only
talk? I
so
feel like
much.
we're gonna cover the
There's only
same
so much
points.
you
bro.
can talk about.
Yeah, no, they were talking about the Xbox controllers. They were wrong. They thought the 360 controllers were the best, but that's fine.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
I was just
they
like,
didn't say way first.
You mean they're fucking insane?
No. They did mention the Duke, and they were saying that was atrocious. But
It
one of
was.
them
It
was
is.
saying was like it was for like a really niche group. That's why they brought it back.
Losers.
Huh? You losers.
Just kidding. guys.
But
Dumb.
what?
Yeah, well, yeah, except for him, he's an actual loser.
But
Just
no,
kidding, buddy.
they
I love
were.
you too. If you're listening ever.
Gosh, they were just mentioning. What were you just saying just now? Before.
That the PS4 controller feels like you bought it at the Ramate.
No, before that.
That the original PlayStation
Oh,
controller
okay.
didn't have thumbsticks.
Yeah.
Can I talk about that too?
No.
I was
They
gonna
were
say,
actually
they don't have a
crazy.
Daniel.
no, that would have been interesting. No,
They're
they were
better off that
talking.
way.
One of them was saying how.
Only for you,
So
but-
he actually got to visit Microsoft Studios and stuff like that, and he was just saying how he found it so amazing and interesting because they actually have like a team, like a whole dedicated like, I don't know, not studio, warehouse studio team and everything, and bunch of money into just creating controllers and just testing the peripherals and just getting them right and getting them to feel like really good in your hands and play correctly. And he was like, and that they still get shit wrong. And I'm just like, I just found that funny because I'm like, no, they haven't. I'm like, no, yeah, the bumpers were pretty shit. Like you said, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I'm curious to see how controllers are going to change in the next generation.
See,
If at all.
that's what you were saying. That's the thing.
Oh, we're just gonna have straight up
Controllers-
smooth crystal balls that we control with slight finger gestures,
No, maybe I don't know.
or
but-
maybe some sacks that we just push our hands in, and then we just move things around
Yeah.
individually.
I've seen something
Sacks?
similar.
Sacks,
Is
like
that the best word?
gelatinous.
I don't like that word.
gelatinous
Now.
sacks.
Stop it. It's like moist.
Yeah,
For me, that's my moist. I don't
Moist
like it.
gelatinous
Stop.
sacks.
No, just sacks. Stop it.
it reminds me a lot of VR kind of controllers and stuff like that. You know how like you kind of have to just do. most
Remember
of them.
the
Found
Steam
next week's
pad
topic.
or whatever it's called? The
Oh,
controller
that
with
went
the
to shit hard.
The what?
weird,
I
like
hated that.
The one?
the Steam controller.
Yeah, it didn't have joysticks. It had pads that you can.
Right.
Yeah. That
was
Yeah,
weird.
that
I didn't
looked
like them.
fucking awkward to me.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I suppose I would have to use it to.
I don't
the
think
feel, but
anyone
I don't know.
understood it. Honestly,
Did I ever?
You know what?
whatever.
You know what?
I
I
don't
don't
know
understand?
anything about it.
The
so.
PS4's touchpad.
I don't use
It's-
it.
I don't use it whatsoever.
The speed of it, I can never really get down because I want it to be the slightest movement and then
Well,
it goes,
because a lot of it doesn't get utilized.
Yeah, so it's
Often.
under
Yeah.
developed.
I think what's cool about the DualShock is like with PlayStation's 4 controller, PlayStation 4's controller, is like the light bar when developers taking advantage of that is
Mhm.
cool. Like when if your health's low and it starts flashing red or something,
That's
or
dope.
when it identifies different players, or when I'm playing amplitude and it switches
Right.
to whatever lane color I'm in.
Mhm.
That's
I never
cool.
noticed that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Or the PS3 controller did this too, I think. Did it have a speaker in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you pick up audio log and it'll play through there instead.
Yeah, I think
Stuff like that's cool.
the PS3 controller is the first one that has motion control and speaker.
Interesting. Yeah, no, and,
Because
It's just a little,
I-
adds a little layer of immersion.
I just remember
yeah.
because of Uncharted.
and part of me kind of
That's right.
wishes like there was because it felt weird that it was like on the back of the controller. Part of me kind of wishes like it was a little bit more noticeable on the controller.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I have a black like tape over my
Yeah, over your
controller.
Xbox Lite.
Yeah, like literally, it's right there on my fucking controller, and it's also on my Xbox itself. Just because when I'm playing in the dark and I just see that white light in my face, I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I don't like it.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
liked PS4's like option to turn off the light. Like if I just want to be fully immersed.
Yeah, and
Could
didn't
I?
they?
I don't know if I could. I think you could lower the
You can lower the
brightness.
brightness.
You
Yeah, I
can
don't
turn
know
it
if you
off.
turn
Yeah,
it
it is.
off
It
all
was
the way.
kind of annoying.
But
I want that-
didn't they start releasing controllers that had like a little tiny slit on the trackpad so the light shines through a little bit?
Yeah.
Kinda like
I
a-
thought
like-
I thought that
Yeah, I
was
would have been fine if like it slightly rolled over towards the face of it,
Yeah,
kind of like
that'd
a
be cool.
Galaxy Edge or something like that. You know how like, or the Galaxy phones, the sides kind of like the screen kind of folds over the side. I would have been fine with that, like so that way I can still kind of see it. But yeah, no, it's really interesting when companies try to make like the LED lights actually make sense. Like I know like on what is it like I love seeing like people that have like TV setups where they like have hue lights in the background or whatever like behind it. So let's say like I'm playing Doom or something like that, the lights behind the TV are red.
Yeah.
And if I'm playing Uncharted, they're like green and blue. If I'm like in a more like nice like environment, when you go into the desert, it's more of an orange. Like that's really cool. I also like some monitors. They have like RGB light strips on the bottom that symbolize like your health. Like if you're at full health, it'll be showing green. If you take a little bit of damage, there is show yellow, stuff like that.
That sounds intense.
No, it's really
That's
interesting.
like anxiety inducing.
It's
It's
really
like
interesting.
bleeding
It's like-
into the real world for me. I'm like, nah.
Immersion. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting because like in a way, like yeah, like you can look at the screen, but like somehow like your body takes in like it's absorbing red light, so it just knows you're screwed. Like you're low, you need health. But yeah, no, and I know like keyboards do the same thing, or are there some keyboards that do something like that? on
Is
sound?
yours?
I don't know. I'm honest, but like mine's like
I'm surprised you haven't looked it up.
yeah, I know.
I was not expecting it. I don't know.
But it's because I think I don't
You let
play
me down.
nearly as much games on my PC as I do on my Xbox. And because of which,
Yeah, fair.
But
Okay,
I
makes
wouldn't be
sense now.
surprised because most of the time, the issue comes when a keyboard doesn't have individual controllable lights.
Individual.
Yeah, individual controllable lights. Thank you. Because there are some keyboards that are just like, no, you get red and like your whole keyboard's red. Whereas like on mine and Kellen's, I can choose to turn whatever section of my keyboard a certain color. So like I think when St. Patrick's Day was around, I had like some of my keys to white and the rest were all green, stuff like that. But I think there are some open source programs that you can get that'll just be like, well, bam. But it's nice when they like do it, like when they team up with like Razer or HyperX or whoever, Corsair, whoever's making keyboards, to just be like, hey, your keyboard is going to be compatible with our game. So like when it does this, your keyboard does that, and it's just like, all right, cool, I guess. Cool.
All right. Was that it? We
And
leave
then
this one dry.
Yeah, and in the end, I brought it back to how keyboard and mouse is still better. You're welcome.
Fuck you,
Yeah, I
John.
don't know
All
about
right.
that.
This has been another episode of the TopCup podcast,
Top
where
Cup.
we fill your cup with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing, because that's what we know.
It's like a bag of chips.
I've been one of your hosts, Joel Martinez.
I left for a little bit, but I'm still here. I'm Daniel. Nice to be back. Sounds more like an intro. Yeah, I've been Daniel
And
a few
I
times.
am your third host, who also really wants to be the first host. But we'll probably never do it just because letting Joel be the first one is way more fun, like way funner, and a lot more amusing for me.
I'll do it next week.
John,
Don't worry.
Okay, this stresses me
no,
out.
please don't. Like, it really has to be Joel.
Yeah, you know me. I'll fall through. I won't come up with a fucking intro. and
Yeah,
it'll
you're
fall
right.
to
You're
Joel.
right. Who are we kidding?
Daniel,
I'll do it.
love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
John, love you, buddy. Listener, love you, buddy. Stay thirsty.
And Xbox controllers are the best.